Nice. All right, here we go. And hello, everybody. How are we doing today? We are... Oh, there we go. Now the audio's up. Hello, everybody. How are we doing today? I knew I'd mess something up. Welcome, friends. Thank you for taking time out of your busy day of watching sports ball to come and hang out with the three of us. We hope everyone is having a lovely day. Let's sound off in the chat. Which team are we rooting for? I don't know anything about football. I almost said soccer. Please forgive me. Who are we supporting? Who's the objectively correct pick here? Let's see. Sports ball.
It's very difficult to pick because there's no actual socialist nation playing.
Yeah.
But
Come on, England.
Actually pick, no, that even for me would be like, okay, you're doing the communism thing a bit too much, bro.
Yeah.
It's okay for you to have like a favorite fucking player, and then usually when you have a favorite player, you just root for the team that your favorite player plays for. But I am going the typical ethno-nationalist route, and I'm rooting for either Serbia, Croatia, or Poland. Poland a bit, but okay. Poland played Saudi Arabia right after Saudi Arabia defeated Argentina. So we have established Arab dominance over the South Americans, and then we have established Slav dominance over the Arabs. So we must the World Cup is the only time of 4 years that I feel like it's okay to start. It's not okay, but where you can LARP believing in race science. Basically, with like this nation is much more superior at kicking a ball than this other nation, which is never the case, especially now with international.
Quick twitch fibers.
Yeah.
Oh my lord.
The amount of people that actually like talk about that every fucking time is incredible.
Yeah.
Black people faster. This that.
Come on, England, score some fucking goals. No, fuck the English. I'm sorry to say.
Simple as.
Exactly simple as. I was gonna say my picks are unironically. I mean, the non-white teams. I'm gonna be fairly straight with you, Chief. I'm teasing. But I made this joke on the podcast as well. Even if like France were to win, it's technically a win for the third world. And half your players are from like from Ghana and Senegal. All right, I don't know. I don't know if it really counts as a win for France, but all right, sure, why not?
Volume is quiet. Yes, Hakeem, turn your ears up a little bit.
Test.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Okay, can you guys hear us now?
Guys, all right. I'm gonna boost you a little bit on my end just to be safe.
I also I did boost on mine. Hold on, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm doing my little ASMR thing. It's going from the left ear to the right, but now it should be fine. All right.
Everyone, sound good, chat? Let me know.
Thought you were talking about a different type of boost from your private drugstore. Apothecary.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh man, I got everything. You guys, if anybody needs like gentamicin injection, I got you.
I will be so pissed if it turns out like JT Hakeem is like, he never gives a shit because he's a great friend, but he's living such a healthy life. He's not drinking, etc., etc. He interacts with medicine all the time, so he's reminded of the lack of infallibility of the human body, etc., etc. And he's drinking his tea and he's counting his calories. If it turns out this motherfucker is a pill popper later on, motherfucker's on Xanax fucking every fucking day, I swear to God, I would love that because I would feel better about myself. So please turn out to be a degenerate.
He's a connoisseur, not a pill popper. He knows his stuff. Someone's asking if I'm broke now, presumably because of the hospital thing. I don't know yet. I haven't seen the all of the bills, so we'll find out soon enough. Fingers crossed that your boy still has a roof over his head shortly.
Alhamdulillah.
No.
But yeah, I was gonna say, don't worry, I'm not a pill popper. But if I were to be one, I know the exact combinations. Okay, I've perfected
Nice.
them. But yeah,
That's exactly
when
what a pill popper, but an experienced one would say.
exactly right. When I do travel, I have like a little like my baggies.
Of course you do.
He's got the limitless drug. You can see it like in 4 dimensions. Yeah.
Exactly right. Yeah, exactly. Like I don't know if anybody here's watched the Serial Experiments Lane in the chat, but the fucking the pill that they take in Siberia, what in the club? I don't remember what the fuck it was called.
Crocodile.
No,
That-
no, no, no.
I
Lame.
love crocodile.
Right.
Literally, it's so good your hands start falling off. But literally,
Exactly right. Yes. Yeah. Oh man. Fuck. Axello was called. Anyways, yeah. Uh, yeah.
But how bad? Okay, tell us, like doctors shit. How big? For example, I am very straight edge when it comes to narcotics. I only consume one specific narcotic. I know how it impacts me. I know how it impacts my brain. It's called alcohol. Basically, I drink once to twice a week, and I know my thing. But how big is the chance if, for example, I was to go to a club and buy a random, ecstasy pill, that the dealer is gonna fuck me over so much that I'm gonna like die on the spot? I know there's a large chance that I'm gonna consume like horrendous shit, much worse than MDMA, and I'm gonna have a worse hangover, and my brain cells are gonna be a bit more damaged. But actual death, is that overhyped by like anti-drug rhetoric and shit? Or can you actually fuck up so much from that tiny pill to literally get your fucking heart stopping on the dance floor, and not in a romantic way, but I am foaming out of my mouth and shaking way?
It really depends on where you are. It depends on the place, and in some cities it's more common. Some countries in the world it's more common. But just generally,
I'm sorry, I will just interrupt you for a second. I'm really sorry, but JT, why are you playing like Saddam Hussein?
He's my man. That's my boy.
I was not only this, but I love as you was asking the question. All of a sudden, a man holding a gun comes on the screen. I'm like, what is GT doing? And then I realized, oh no, he's playing the game.
Yeah.
The most American ass shit. But yeah.
But sorry, yes, please continue.
Don't just get random fucking pills from people you don't know. All right, you're gonna get fucked up. Not in a good way either, by the way. But like somebody said, that's his brother, Barack Hussein. Oh my god.
The original Obamaist.
Exactly. But yeah, it is a little bit overhyped, but still don't do it. On occasion, you get people. This is what's scary. It's not that you're gonna die from it. It's that you're gonna get something mixed with other shit that might make you more aggressive. That will get you in a situation you otherwise wouldn't get yourself in, and then you might get your fucking you might get your ass beat.
How is that not a one shot?
Yeah, exactly. Oh god, JT, I'm sorry. That was.
I don't. That should have killed him.
Costa Rica Saddam, let's go. Oh my god.
I gotta warm up. Dang it. I'm gonna get wrecked for a little bit. You guys just gotta enjoy.
But you play such a difficult weapon as well. I mean, a pro weapon if you can actually hit the guy, but
yeah, this is a
bolt action. Yeah.
Dang it.
I felt like such a massive expert. I was just like at a chill party at like a friend. There was like a Kazakh dude and a Russian dude and this French dude, and we were just chilling. And at one point, like they were super fucking high. I was like sitting there being weirded out by them, and they booted up this exact Modern Warfare 2, and we would, one guy would play, then the second guy, then the third guy, because I was the only guy that was not high. I was actually doing relatively well, and for the first time in my life, I felt what it's like to be playing in like servers full of noobs, because always fucking thing puts me with fucking 17-year-olds who have the reflexes of SAS special ops soldier, and I like to claim that I don't play games as much anymore because now I'm an adult. Nah, I think deep down I played at least multiplayer games a lot less because I get my fucking ass whooped. But yeah, playing against a bunch of incredibly high dudes made my ego go back up again. So I might actually buy the game so that JT can own my ass.
Yes.
As well. Yeah, exactly.
It's on sale at the moment.
JT, somebody did say, game audio is a little
Yeah, I
too
turned
loud,
it down.
so
Let me know, Chad, if it's still too loud, but I turned it down a bit.
Somebody said it's a little too loud. A
Still?
little bit too loud. Still.
Okay.
Yeah.
One
so
moment.
just a little smidgen. Yeah.
Let's go. Let me know how that sounds.
But yeah, no, I'm the same. I remember I played Counter-Strike way back
Oh
when.
yeah.
Of
On the bootleg.
course, third
Yeah,
world
on the,
motherfucker.
yeah, exactly. On the bootleg servers, nobody paid for shit. You fucking
Fuck
torrented
off.
it.
There's a thing
Yeah.
called Garena. Have you ever
Yeah.
played on Garena?
Mm-mm.
It was like
No.
a bootleg Steam where it like had
Yeah.
servers, it had everything, but it just never asked you for a CD key, you know? So
Yeah.
you can
Okay,
you
based.
can
Yeah.
just boot up in exe. They would give you like update files because you need to be updated to the same level as everybody else here that you're playing with. But they understood that a lot of people that are playing through these bootleg servers, I guess, don't have good internet, so it would take them forever to download updates. So you would have servers for different versions of the game. And the lower the version of the game is, the more third worldy it is, the
Yeah.
more pro the fucking players are.
That's
Yeah,
funny.
yeah,
Literally living
exactly.
behind the keyboard.
Yeah.
It was always
Oh
you can
my
always
God.
hear the game room, the arcade or whatever translated
Yeah.
into English. Like in the
Yeah,
background
the
because they're
net cafe,
playing.
yeah.
There's like internet cafe. There's like 500 motherfuckers next to them. Oh,
my
it's
God.
fucking classic.
Dude, I
Oh,
remember
nostalgia bomb right now.
Yeah, the fucking Brazilians and the Romanians and shit, and the people yelling into eating the fucking mic. What a vibe. Yeah, I miss
Oh.
those days. But yeah, I played that. I remember for a very short time, I played a bit of RuneScape. I got way too into RuneScape.
I played RuneScape for one single day. And some I joined in, and some dude's like, "Hey, you want an enchanted bow?" I'm like, "Sure." And so he led me into the woods, and
I'll
then he
take it.
teleported away and called me a noob.
Oh God, I love it.
That's dramatic. Oh.
Oh, jeez. Well, dude, my internet was fucking not nearly reliable enough to keep playing. To play fucking RuneScape, by the way, nothing, you know. But yeah, what a vibe. I remember once I also had a friend. I once had a friend who had Gmod, and that shit looked like it was, you know, oh, this is the future. You can like
Yeah.
conjure things into. I was like, oh my God. Yeah. Here's a question for you boys.
Ouch.
Do you think if you were like 8 years old, but now in the year of our Lord 2022, would you be super into Roblox or Roblox? What the fuck? It's
I
called?
don't know. I've never really understood Roblox, but I love
me
Minecraft. So
neither.
I guess if I were a kid
Okay.
now, I'd probably check out anything that was even remotely like Minecraft.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Maybe. I think I would really be into, because even at this age, I enjoyed it a lot. VR chat. You know the game where
yeah,
you just
yeah,
hang
yeah.
out with motherfuckers, but it's in VR. There's so many funny LARPs that they do, so many role plays that they do.
Yeah.
I was a part of the original wave of those little I don't know what the fuck they are, Down syndrome red Sonics that were running around and
Jesus
screaming for the queen. Where is the queen?
Oh,
We
yeah.
must find the queen.
No
Dude,
way.
no way. I have maybe spent around 20 hours of my life just running around and screaming, "Do you know the way?" I actually got a lot of my college friends to get into the fucking game even without VR headsets, and we would organize and run around and find their queen or whatever. We would
Yeah.
even get female friends, girlfriends to participate and like have a female avatar, and then we would follow them around as the queen. And that was a brilliant time. I'm thinking about downloading it again, but I probably won't because I don't know. I have a life, but it sounds very fun. It's very fun.
I like somebody wrote, "You got lore poggers." I love it. Oh man. But yeah, no, I never did any of that. Sadly, I never got into VR. I remember I tried it once, and I like the nature ones where you just like teleport
Yeah.
on like some big mountain, right? But all the other stuff like the zombie shooting ones and all that, I never really got too into
No.
it.
I never tried VR porn. I have to say I am like is it good? Like, isn't it supposed to be revolutionary? But nobody's talking about it. I don't know. Probably somebody's developing one of those fucking suits that you put on.
Oh
that, like,
Jesus.
you can feel every touch of the anime girl or guy that you are interacting with. I don't know if that's gonna be like a decent, okay, relatively okay, like solution for loneliness that a lot of people have, or it's just gonna proliferate. said loneliness
It'll
and-
isolate. Yeah, it'll just
Yeah,
isolate them more. I think. But
Ouch.
yeah. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I've never owned even a fucking VR thing. And here,
Me
what
neither.
happens? what happens normally, I don't know, it's probably the same where you're at, Yugopnik. There are like VR cafes, and you can go there, and then you can rent it for like 30 minutes and play, you know, all this kind of stuff. Somebody just asked, Hakeem, have you ever had a patient who took too much Viagra? Yes.
Oh no.
I don't only get patients who take too much Viagra. I get patients who come and they'll try to like slide like around the corner or ask for more Viagra. And it's amazing some of the ages you get. Like I think I told the story on the podcast once, but there was this old man who was I think 86 years old. He came to me. This was when I worked back in family medicine, and it was like a yearly checkup for him, and he told me, oh yeah, you know, like my sex life has recently taken a hit. I'm like, what the fuck? You're 86, my guy. Yeah, and he was like, the past couple of months, it like I can't, and he said it in a fairly poetic way, but basically what he's saying is I don't get like as hard as I used to, and it takes more time. It's not that it doesn't happen, it's that it just takes a little longer. And he's like, oh yeah, and he was depressed over this shit, and he asked for, you know, some pill. I was like, you know what, you keep making that lady happy, the euphoria of your household, you know what, here you go. If it takes a pack of 10 pills, then yeah. But yeah, he got the Viagra. He went on his way. Yeah, I love it.
God bless. God bless that man. Want to
Yeah,
quickly
yeah.
go through some of the questions
Yeah,
that we
yeah.
got, some of
Oh,
the
yeah,
ones
sure,
that
sure,
seem
sure.
interesting, and
Yeah, yeah, sure,
we
sure.
can go back to talking about dicks and the VR porn, which is why
Alright,
everybody's here, right?
Let me see.
Exactly.
I remember we had one which was from Gia, and she basically said, "Oh, finally I caught one of these," and she told you, JT, to give your baby a big, nice, big
Aw,
old hug.
I will do that. Thank
but
you.
Yeah, but thank you for joining us, Gia or Gia. I don't know if I pronounced your name right. Gus Bus said, "Have any of all read Chaos by Tom O'Neill? I have not.
Mm-mm.
Have you guys?
No.
No.
What's it about?
We can check that out. Chaos. Let's just bring it. Tom O. Charles Manson, the CIA, and the
Oh,
the
right.
secret history of the blah blah. Secret history of the 60s. I have not read it, no. But hey, it does seem interesting. Let's see. John Connor said, "I'm an eco-anarchist, Marxist-Leninist, Maoist, Castro-Stalinist, English, JKist, Chomskyist, Trotskyist, well, Chattanoogaist, Hakimist, which is pretty based, honestly. It's the new what's it called synthesis of Marxism, Marxism, Leninism, Maoism. It's Chattanooga and Hakimist. Alright, let's take. This is fucking stupid. Okay. There's one more. There it is.
There was a lot, but the stupid chat doesn't let us scroll up for some fucking.
Yeah, it's fucking bullshit. Yuta said $5. Thank you very much. He says, JT, have you ever thought of leaving the US? Also, I love you, Hakeem. Do you love me? I love you very much, Habibi. I am overpouring with love for you. JT, have you ever thought of leaving the US?
I have thought about it. I don't know where I would go. I don't know. Spain looks kind of pleasant. My thing is, I'm very picky about about my climates. Like, if it's cold, I don't want to be there. So that narrows it down a little bit.
What JT is saying is, if there's no homophobic chicken and Dr. Pepper supplies are low, to him that's the mark of a third world country.
Exactly.
No Dr.
Completely
Pepper.
underdeveloped.
Healthcare, but no. Doesn't matter how much you know. All right. Del Plata said Argentina will win the World Cup. Also, an excellent episode would be to show how narco trafficking has become part of the legal economy, particularly in Mexico and Colombia. That is very interesting. I've actually thought about this, maybe getting an expert on board. But we have so many guest ideas that the fucking list is ridiculous. But we'll probably get to that at some point. But yeah, so do be that Dr. Pepper though.
Yeah.
Oh man. And Caleb Ashby sent $5. Thank you very much. No question.
Yeah.
But yeah. Are we gonna get Joe Biden on the podcast, guys? What do you think?
Yes.
Look, unironically, if we could get him on, if we could actually convince, and like, you know, you had somebody got some connection somewhere, and Joe Biden could show up for half an hour.
Hell yeah.
And
That would be a nightmare, man. He would forget every question you ask him.
that's the thing.
It would not
Oh
really
my God.
be doable.
Can you imagine us being the next morning, the Saturday after the Friday that it goes up, right? And we'd be on Fox News like, Joe Biden showed up on a podcast called Deprogram. In it, he said several racial slurs. I'm like, all right. Oh my God. It was like, Mr. President, could you please tell us about your opinions on segregation? He was like,
Look, here's the thing.
yeah, he's like, here's the thing. People are like clothes. The color should stay apart from the white. Some shit like that.
Oh,
And he
dang
talks
it,
about his
Alabama.
fucking legs. Oh, man. Yeah, and people say, would you ever talk to a mainstream politician in general, liberal, conservative? I think if we could ever even convince somebody to come on, which would be an impossibility, they'd look at their PR people would look into us and they would never allow it. But if we did, we would dig into them so much that they would probably rage quit halfway through the thing.
Probably so.
Yeah.
And then we will never
otherwise-
get another one again. Yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise, the best we could do is, if we want to be very nice, we would have made it like a quote-unquote professional interview, and we just tried to incriminate them in some way, tried to get them to say some mask off.
Yeah.
But which also would reduce our chances in the future. So I don't think there's really a possibility of it. The best thing, the most likely thing that we could get on are semi-mainstream academics. I think that's the only the highest peak we would reach. But who knows? Never say never. All that nonsense, right? Hold on, somebody said something. Hakeem, rate Mario Mohei from 1 to 10. Who is Mario Mohei? Mario Mohei. I don't know who this is.
Vasconium said, "Don't come to Spain. We don't have any jobs." Well, that's the good thing about JT. He's
I'm not
just
a real
gonna come and
person.
do YouTube and the Deprogram from Spain. So he's like a perfect fucking immigrant.
Exactly.
Even though he will probably, because of you guys' great support here in chat and on Patreon, he will get like a very nice apartment and. What's that term when rich people come into a neighborhood and they fuck it up?
Oh,
for
Gentrify.
Yeah,
He'll
you will
gentrify.
Spain.
All by
Actually,
myself.
Portugal, the whole country of Portugal,
Yeah,
is
it's
being
gentrified.
gentrified hardcore right now because the government. I mean, I understand where the government was coming from, but they were like, oh, if somebody migrates to our country and they have like an international job, we will not make them pay tax for a year. And they can stay here and then contribute to the economy through consumption, etc., etc. Which on paper sounds decent, but then what happens is all the wealthy people that have like work from home international jobs come to your country and they are willing to pay 3 times, 4 times more for rent than their local Portuguese person, and rent obviously skyrockets like crazy. That can sometimes happen intentionally, such as economic migration of this sort, but sometimes also unintentional. Very wealthy Russians, very wealthy Ukrainians that have in the last half a year moved to a lot of Balkan countries have made apartments almost literally unaffordable for like 60% of the population, at least the decent ones. I'm not even talking very, very, very good ones. I don't know why I'm going on this particular rant, but it is you never know what kind of impact you're going to have on the local economic climate, if we can call it that, whenever you arrive. That then you shouldn't like be waggling. Obviously, if you can do something about not impacting it severely or negatively, you should. But as we always talk about on the show here, that's a very systematic problem, and no matter how nice you're trying to be by potentially, not moving to a certain country or a certain neighborhood, that thing is still going to continue happening because it's a systematic consequence of the real estate market adapting to demand. But whatever.
I was gonna add on a slight tangent on what Yugopnik said. We were talking about the guests, right? And somebody mentioned, "Oh, get Bernie Sanders on the podcast." The speechwriter for Bernie Sanders' latest election campaign actually recommended the Deprogram on the list of podcasts, which is fucking insane to think about. That the guy who wrote Bernie Sanders' speeches listens to our nonsense. But yeah, it's that's a vibe. There's comrades among us. So yeah, somebody said Marxism, Malarkeyism, which I agree with.
Amen.
Just one thing. Somebody says add a join button on YouTube because apparently it's the Patreon is limited in some countries or something. Which
we'll figure out how to do that.
We could. But they take so much. Like just come on a live stream and like if you want to support us, donate 5, 20, 50, whatever, however much you would have planned to give. Because with the join shit they take even more. I mean, even from the chat, if you give 5, we'll probably see like 2.5. But with the subscription thing, it's even worse. Patreon is a nightmare. They take around 30%, but that's the best that you can get in this shit. Literally only because they host a fucking website where people can come and click a button and they take it. But whatever. As cliche as it is, capitalism.
Otherwise, then Habibi, the support is more, the love is more than enough. You can just sit here and vibe. We don't give a shit.
Of course.
Yeah. Nick DiCaro asked, "Do you guys ever plan to talk about anarchism? Why Marxism appeals to you more? If not, what are some good resources on this topic? Love you, Hakeem. I love you as well. We'll probably do a dedicated episode where we're gonna be nice and polite, like left unity types. But no, we might make a dedicated episode on why each of us individually decided to specifically choose scientific socialism, Marxism over anarchism. But yeah, down the
Yep.
line for sure. Ba-ba-ba. Okay, yeah, the guy who chatted last time who asked me if it's okay to eat a sweet potato with stems, he's alive. So very nice to see you, Sam. Glad that you're still with us. All right. So yeah.
But you can't eat any stems, right? Or you can eat some stems. I don't
Yeah,
never
it
understand
depends.
why you would even eat the stems because they look disgusting. For example, you can probably eat like the stem, the little brown shit on a tomato, but why would you actually do that? It tastes like dirt. Like what's the but there's probably like some vegan suburban mother in Canada or something that thinks eating stems or eating what the seeds or some shit that are not prepared for consumption
Yeah.
is like
Yeah,
the
honestly.
healthiest fucking thing that you can do. Motherfuckers be drinking bleach over here. Like, what are we talking about? Everybody's gonna experiment with their own bodies, but at least they experiment with their own bodies. That's what I like about the whole. Oh, I bought a crystal. I'm rubbing it on my forehead. I'm gonna be rich. Type of people.
Rubbing, rubbing it on your
They
forehead.
keep it in your own home.
Have you? These people don't rub it. They stick it up their ass and put it in their like. They do the weirdest shit. You have no idea, and then they like take shavings of it and then stick it underneath their eyelids. They're crazy. Crystals don't heal you. Whoever needs to fucking hear this, okay?
Only crystal meth does.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
there you
man.
go. Yeah. The only crystal that'll heal you is whatever JT does with Dr Pepper onto his fucking floorboard.
Yeah.
He fucking ferments it.
If you guys are wondering why I'm so quiet, it's because I'm eating my McDonald's. Before we got on the live stream here, I took a sip of my drink, and I almost killed myself on the spot because they gave me Coke and not Dr. Pepper, and I have
Fucking
never been so
animals.
angry in my entire life. This is the worst thing that's ever happened to anyone. Anyway, I'll,
Exactly right.
I'll go back to Call of Duty in a second once I'm done eating my fries.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. I was like, why did you stop? I was like, did they beat you that bad?
Yeah,
But no,
I'm
no, no.
currently sulking. Yeah.
But yeah, oh fuck, I love it. Somebody asked us, Caleb. Thank you very much for $5. He says, thoughts on Boots Riley. I'm not. I know he's leftist, and I know he has some music. I remember he did the coup, as a band or something, and there's some of their music's good, but I don't know more about what he's done. Maybe JT does.
Got me with a mouthful of fries. Movies. I thought he did movies.
I like you with a mouthful of anything, Habibi.
I want to do this. Listen, I want you, JT, to open this up on the screen because you're managing the thing, and I want us all to take a. I did it. It's surprisingly fun. It's called the food choice test,
Oh,
and we are
God.
international, but we will have to democratically choose every answer to every single one of these questions. Basically, the test is some stupid liberal shit, but still fun to do about what classes food you like the most.
Oh,
So
I've
they
seen this.
they classified all the foods based on what they think like upper middle class or lower middle class, which is giving me heart attack that they're creating even such classes with, but that's a different conversation. But you get my fucking point. We can pick the foods and talk about them or whatever. That occurred to me right now for some fucking reason. Because before we started, we talked. I talked to JT how he should be very proud that he's eating proper working class food, like proper communist from the Communist Union of McDonald's. And I want to now test him if he's a true proper commie or he eats some like I don't know higher
First, I gotta
end
figure
things.
out how to friggin' get a new thing. Hold on, I'm working with
Browser
OBS.
source lets you what the fuck? Of course, it's too it's more
I'm
complicated.
stupid. I don't know how to live stream. All right, hold on. What is it? It's what?
As you're doing that, somebody asks, is like, Hakeem, do you need to examine prostates? In my previous job, I did. Now it's just every once in a while as a treat. Exactly.
You go in for you go in for a sore throat, and Hakeem is like, okay, but we gotta test the prostate.
Yeah,
But
we
sir,
gotta- we
I'm a
gotta fill in
woman.
there.
No, we gotta test the prostate.
No, you know what? Hey, it's only when they're nice and beefy like you go like they come in and I'm like, I
There
don't
we
harass
go.
my patients unless it's you go.
Here we go. This isn't.
Oh,
Lord.
This is not pretty, but here you go. I'm slapping it up over the thing.
Alright,
All right.
alright.
You know, what?
Um,
I'm just gonna make
can we
this
see it?
bigger. Yeah. Let's make this a little
Make it
bit
bigger.
bigger.
Okay, now you scroll down. You have question 1 out of 35,
All
and then we all vote on if we agree or disagree. And if it gets boring, we
Alright.
can just stop it. But
Yeah.
it would be interesting to see what class of food the Deprogram
Yeah.
likes to eat.
Okay.
I did the test already. I know what I'm like, but I would love to see you guys.
All
Okay,
right,
how
let's see.
much?
Personally,
Oysters, nah.
yeah.
It's a no. It's
I
a
would
no.
never touch
I am.
oysters.
It's a no for me.
I like oysters, so I guess
I'll
we
take-
are not
I'll-
middle, but the one left of middle. The one left
That
of
one.
middle.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Oh, so we're doing as the Deprogram combined.
Yeah.
All right. we
Yeah,
average it.
everybody
Let's go.
together. Yeah, that makes it more
Tuna
fun.
tartar tacos.
Yes,
No.
I would
tuna
do
tartar is
this.
amazing.
Oh,
I
What?
like tuna in general, and I like tuna steak, and I like raw tuna as well. Tuna's just
Okay.
a vibe. I don't like the
Okay.
tuna in cans.
That's
So
a no
tuna
for me,
tartar, sure.
dog. So I guess we're putting it
Alright.
on. You guys both like it, so I'd go there. Yep.
Yeah, the second green.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Yeah, there.
yeah,
Alright.
you get it.
All right.
Okay.
Grits
Next.
with lobster
You
tail.
should
No.
really try it. It is
No.
very good. man.
No.
What's
Ribs
with
with
lobster
what?
tail?
No.
What is this white American shit? What is this?
Why
Is-
ribs
is-
and lobster? What?
Grits, not ribs, I think. Or
Yeah, grits. It's
What
like
is grits?
Chad,
you
help me
mentioned
out
to me
here.
it's like a-
It's a
Ah,
it's a
gris,
southern
blood.
thing. It's
No, grease. You definitely had it, but we don't
forage.
eat
Yeah,
it
it's the
with but not
cornmeal.
with meat. What? No, you just put some
Yeah.
white cheese in it, or you make it
Yeah.
sweet. What the fuck? No,
Mm.
big no. Like in lobster,
This
sea
is a no for me
cockroaches
too.
eat my dick, man. I
Yeah,
ain't
don't
touching
think
sea
it.
cockroaches.
big
Hey,
no.
JT, don't forget the batteries from Kroger.
All right.
All right, next.
Chicken nuggies.
Oh, that's a fucking massive yes. Who
Yeah,
doesn't like
massive yes.
nuggies?
There we go.
Oh,
Good.
there we
Good.
go.
We're all agreed.
Okay.
Moving on. What is
Fuck, I
a?
could smash some nuggets right now? Fuck.
This looks
I
French.
don't like. Yeah,
Sachet
it's a sucker.
torta. What is this?
Um,
What
I'm
language is
waiting for it
this?
to pop up on my screen.
It looks
Oh,
like
yeah.
chocolate cake.
Yeah, it is. It's like a chocolatey cake. It doesn't taste too chocolatey. I know in Eastern Europe, Central Europe, etc., they eat it a lot as well.
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah,
why-
it's nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
I'm
like,
middle of the road. If somebody
regular.
serves it to me, I'll eat it, but
Yeah.
otherwise I won't take it.
All right, we'll put it there in the second green. All right.
Minus
Uh,
1 point for French.
Chicken sandwich. Ain't nobody got beef with a chicken sandwich. I'm putting that strong agree, and if anyone says anything else, they're wrong.
Yeah, no, chicken is that's a vibe.
yeah, very basic bitch shit, but very nice shit. Yeah.
Foie gras burger. What is foie gras?
I've never. Foie gras is what's it called? The liver of a goose that's been
Out.
fed too much.
Strong
Yeah,
disagree. Peace.
Yeah, I never. Yeah, no thanks.
You got Nick?
I am. I
You
mean,
fuck
it's very
loves food.
immoral, but it's
He
very
loves it.
tasty.
Yeah, there you go. I
It's-
knew it. I was like, oh, this
Alright,
bougie
there we
fuck.
It's. I mean, it's tasty. It's
Oh.
horrible, and you should not eat it. But
Beef stew.
I was once forced
Hell
in
yeah.
it.
Yes.
Fuck yeah, beef
Oh,
stew.
yes.
Everybody
Yep.
loves beef
All
stew.
way.
Okay,
Yes.
nice.
Somebody
Fettuccine
said,
Alfredo.
"Wait,
Huh.
Somebody said, wait, I thought socialism was when no food.
This is true. But,
okay.
you know,
Yeah,
hypothetically,
we
if
just
food
click-
existed, yes.
Click no to every single one of these. That's the proper communist answer to all of them.
Oh my God.
Fettuccine
Um,
Alfredo, hard agree. Yeah, for me,
Yeah,
5
with
out
me,
of
it
5.
makes it, like, again, if somebody serves it, I'll eat it. Otherwise, I wouldn't go for it particularly.
I'm agreed. I think I'll put it there.
Yeah.
All right.
Alright.
Truffle mac and cheese. Just have regular mac and cheese. Why are you putting all this
Yeah,
fancy
I don't
stuff on
fuck-
it?
Why
Yeah.
not? Like it just yes, regular mac and cheese is better, but this is not horrible. You know.
Yeah.
So I
You
would
put it in
eat
the middle.
Yeah, in the middle?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
A bit more than in the middle. It tastes good.
Uh,
Truffle does help. It should not be that
Yeah.
expensive.
Truffles
but-
are mushrooms, though, right?
yes, yes.
Then I'm
I,
way,
uh,
way
uh,
out. I hate
alright,
mushrooms.
Alright.
How real? Okay,
So I'm
Okay,
You
gonna
want
put.
it
then-
powdered? Fine.
the
Yeah.
middle.
I'll put it in the middle. Mussels.
Somebody said
No.
Hakeem is picky with food. I just said I was like, if it's served to me, I'll eat it, but I won't go out of my way. Like that's okay. Fair enough.
Mussels,
I am the
yes.
picky one here.
I'm
Yeah,
the yes here. I love
with
him.
me, it's like I've never been a big fan either. So again, if it's served to me,
All right, put it
make
there.
it like in the middle of the thing.
The middle,
I
yeah.
guess.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
There we go.
But come on, when there's like in a soup and there's like with the sauce and it's like,
How much do you
baby.
eat sashimi? I love sashimi.
I've
I
never
love
had it.
I like
I
anything.
like the
love
idea
sashimi.
of it. So
Yeah. sushi, sashimi, anything. Fucking, I love it.
Okay. Well,
Absolutely
then I'll
hard
put it.
yes.
I'll put it there.
Yeah, and you would like it too, JT.
Okay.
Otherwise, yeah.
All right. I'll take your word for it. Meatloaf. Like it's a
This
weird.
is one of those weird American things.
Yeah.
right?
It's an ugly food. It's a terrible name,
Yeah.
but it's pretty decent.
It's decent. Yeah.
We'll
like
put it in the middle.
4 out of 5.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
No objection really.
Yeah, I've no. Yeah, exactly, middle.
All right. Roasted chicken with green beans. I love chicken, and that looks like potatoes, so I'm happy with that. Green
I'm
beans.
sorry, this looks too white for my
It's
taste. I'm teasing.
Pie is green beans, but
Same,
mashed
same.
potatoes and some chicken, I can live with it.
Yeah, I would just avoid the green beans.
Like Sam Kane said, "Mom's meatloaf the bomb." So cute.
It's
Soft ice
different.
cream with 24 carat. Why? It doesn't taste like anything. Why would
Yeah.
you fucking get no?
We're gonna
Hard
say
disagree.
no out of principle.
Yeah.
Ah,
Even if somebody offered it,
don't that's why I wanted to do this. Don't ideologize
Okay.
food. The second we let them,
wouldn't
for
eat
example,
it.
have
I wouldn't eat it.
truffles,
Yeah.
the second they have gold, they classify it as a bourgeois thing. The
Yeah.
more shit we give them, the more it's going to be redefined as bourgeois, and the less of
But,
a choice
I mean,
we will have of
24
what to
karat
consume.
gold.
That
Yeah.
is stupid. No,
It's-
that is
I
stupid.
wouldn't
But
eat.
I would
it
not
if
eat
somebody
it
gave
because
it to me. Yeah, sorry.
what you wouldn't. I would fucking eat some
No.
gold. Fuck it. I was like,
No, fuck that. I'm not gonna be. God, I know it's inert, but fuck that shit. Fine, next. You put nice position in the middle of the left. Yeah, let's
All
go.
right.
Very
Steak
social democratic
tartare.
position.
Yucky. Yucky.
What?
nice.
No.
Yes. Oh no, move it a
Nothing-
bit
All
front
right,
because
there we go.
I don't want fucking prion disease.
Yeah.
I mean, you can get prion disease from.
but
from
you
eating
eat a
cooked
little
meat,
bit. Ah, Jesus Christ. Okay. Oh Lord.
Mac and cheese.
This
hell
is,
yeah.
I think, the first actual internal civil war moment of the Deprogram.
Look,
Like,
mac and cheese. Okay, look. I agree, you go, Nick. But still, sometimes I see that shit. I'm like, yeah, I need. You know what? Teach their own.
It's-
Again, I would not.
no,
I would not eat
it's-
it though.
it's
Sorry,
one of the foods that, like, while you're eating it, you feel evil because, like, it's actual, like, just flesh. You're eating a
Mm.
corpse that's, like, even uncooked. It's
Yuck.
that's why I like it, because it's like an honest food. It like
Mm.
brings you back to like 1,000 years ago, how you felt
Mm.
when you would actually crunch on a thing in a forest after you just butchered it. That's why I like that. A mac and cheese, 3 out of 5. I don't know. Four,
just
maybe?
somebody asked me, is like, oh, do you have any advice for memorizing the Quran? What's it called? Repetition, just regularity and repetition. Anyway, sorry, but about mac and cheese, absolutely slaps. But I've seen so much mac and cheese like propaganda from Americans. The first time I tried it, my hopes were so high, and then
Aw.
I ate it, and it was okay. I was expecting it to do way
was
better. I was expecting it to be more cheese.
It
It's good, but
entirely
it's not-
depends on where
yeah.
you go, because you can have absolutely trash mac and cheese that's like congealed and stuff. There's one in a place in Grapevine, if any Texans know, Meat You Anywhere, meat spelled MEAT, and you can get a mac and cheese with jalapenos and brisket, like smoked brisket, and it is delicious. It is amazing. But yeah, mac and cheese is major hit or miss.
Yeah. All right. Petite Fours. It's French. So
French
it's a no.
canceled. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, actually, like again, if somebody served it to me, I would eat it, but I wouldn't go out of my way to order the sort of stuff.
Yeah, it looks like little
but
pastries. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah,
have
they're
that much
little
of a food
pastries
taste,
that
so-
that like your grandma gives to people when they come over, and it just
Little,
waits in the fucking thing. If you're a bit more fancy, when you're having a birthday or whatever, you go and you buy them super fresh, right? But for the same, like, if you really want to go like full French, like there's a French guy in the fucking kitchen, you can get so much better like candy. That like that's why I never like consciously bought this fucking shit. This like this so shit that's so much fucking tastier, especially for like celebrations or whatever, or even like when guests are
Yeah.
coming over.
I think you guys know my opinion about this. I will stand outside of it.
So interesting.
I've
We got
had-
one here, one here.
Mhm.
So you got Nick. Where do you fall?
Oh, Hakeem's not gonna like this one.
Yeah. Yeah, you
Pulled
do, you
pork
have to.
burger, a 10 out of 10 for me.
Yeah,
Pulled
same.
pork
Hey,
is
go
like,
ahead.
Jesus
I've
Christ.
had I've had pulled beef before, and I've really liked it. So I assume that pulled pork is equally nice. So yeah, go about your.
There you
Toasted ham and
Somebody-
cheese.
I mean, again. I mean, that's again up to you guys.
I personally wouldn't go for a ham and cheese. I don't really like ham, and I don't like grilled cheese all that much. So for me, it'd be a middle of the red.
For me, it's middle of the green. It's like the easiest thing you can make when you're extremely lazy and it's the morning. Like
All right, so that's interesting. We've got middle of the green, far left red, and middle red. So I think that evens out to middle red.
We are putting grilled ham. What? That's ham and cheese in red. Like it's such a basic. Why do we do? Okay, I guess. Okay. It's
there's
like
a Greek guy
bread.
in the
It's like
chat.
giving bread like red. It's like such a basic food.
Chicken noodle soup slaps. Oh, I love chicken noodle soup.
Wait. Some Greek guy in the comments like, oh, hello from Greece, comrades. You know, tzatziki, gyro, and malakilan.
yes.
I had Greek food like a couple of days ago. Earlier in the week, it was some fucking lamb, like slow stewed lamb with fucking it slapped.
Yeah, Greek
sorry,
food, very, very good.
chicken noodle soup.
I eat Greek food every week. Absolutely.
Any shorba is a fucking
Exactly.
banger, all right?
Chorba, brate, uvek, brate.
Exactly.
But you would call this a chorba. This is more of a soup. It needs to be thicker. You know, it needs to be a thick boy to be more of a.
You
But
need-
not still. Soup.
You need to blend the
chicken soup, right?
lentils if it has lentils in it.
Yeah,
Usually, because
yeah.
in Iraq, for example, we make lots of chicken soup, but it's always lentils and it's always a bit thicker, and we put noodles in it as well, or we put shari, not specifically noodles, but whatever. Anyways, yeah, go on.
All right.
Very good. Yes, 10 out
100%.
of 10.
It's 100%. I don't think
Oh,
anybody can
chili. Big agree.
The idea of it is very nice. I've never had proper American chili, but I'm sure I would like it because I've like similar things. And when I made it myself, like at home, unsure of how authentic, but it still slapped.
Yeah.
I might surprise you with this one. Yes, really good. Really good.
Yes.
I really don't like foods
was
that look
suspense.
like shit because chili looks fucking horrendous.
Yeah.
It literally looks like diarrhea, but it is very good. It is very, very, very good food. So yes,
Agreed.
10 out of 10. Like
Nice.
I really like chili.
Somebody said, I would watch Cooking with Hakeem. Please make this a thing. It's a Patreon goal.
Yeah,
so,
we'd love
you
to
know
do
what
that.
to do.
That would
You
be
know
fun.
what to do.
I got a link up there.
Yeah. Not only is it a Patreon goal, but it would be combined. It would be me, JT, and Yugopnik would be doing stuff, and eventually it would also be a what's it called? A Deprogram cookbook. We would love to
Yes.
do, or each of us writes. You know. Anyways, so you guys know what to do if you want to see that happen. Anyways, defrosted pizza. Okay, I will say, as a uni student,
Yeah.
this shit
They'll save your life.
fucking
Their lives.
slaps.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it slaps.
Absolutely.
It's 100%.
Agreed.
Okay.
No?
Are
Okay.
you being too working class up in
All
this
right.
bitch?
All right.
8 out of 10.
We'll
8
bring
out
it
of 10.
back.
It's really,
Fine,
it's like
fine.
it's great for the price, but
Yeah.
you know it's pre-frozen.
That's-
So 8
yeah.
out of 10 for me.
That's fair. Hakeem, here you go.
I mean, hey, oh boy, up to you guys.
I don't-
You know my answer.
I don't
I wish there was
particularly. Yeah, go ahead.
I wish there was a what's it called, like to stand out of one of the questions. So it was just you two voting.
Yeah.
But yeah, actually, let it be that way. You two vote
Okay.
for this.
I don't particularly care for pork in this form. Like if it's a pulled pork sandwich, it's delicious. But like a pork cylinder
I don't-
like this,
What the fuck is this?
I think it's supposed to be like a pork chop. I don't know.
But bro, but why would you do like you
Oh my
pick a
God.
body part and then you barbecue it and you serve it to me? Why did you just take a whole slab of meat? How did you even prepare that?
It's like an ice core of pork. They put an ice core inside a pig.
the center is going to be so fucking like raw,
Mm.
or the like crust is going to be so
A
fucking
tenderloin.
burned.
Yes, tenderloin is what it
Because
is.
tenderloin, but that's not how we serve tenderloin. No, what the?
I
Oh,
love
but let's just say
Yugopnik.
pork. Pork is
I
like
love-
7 out of
You
10
see-
because I really like pigs and I feel bad about them getting fucking butchered. As compared to fucking rabbits and cows and chickens, I don't give a fuck about those. So that's why 7 out of 10. But otherwise, they taste really fucking good. They taste like.
I was gonna say,
But yeah,
Oh,
but in this
yeah.
form, like fuck you, man. This offends my Balkan eyes. Like what the fuck, man.
I love how when Yugopnik first saw it, his words was like, "What the fuck is
Yeah.
this?" It's so visceral. I love it. Oh
All
my.
right, so I'm gonna say I would put mine middle red. Yugopnik sounds like you would put yours middle green. So
Yeah.
straight down the middle.
but no, I'm looking at it like just pork in general, not this fucking.
How do you feel about this
Horse
particular thing?
This particular thing? One like 2 out of 10, man. I would
All
I
right,
would walk out of your apartment if you served me.
there we go. Potato chips. I mean, they're fine.
Yeah, I like them. Wow.
I mean, fantastic. 10 out of 10. What the fuck is this kind of?
Put it,
All right.
put
Bread,
it in the
like, it's
there.
great.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
Jesus,
Sloppy
it's
Joe.
ridiculous fucking
Have
thing.
you guys had a sloppy Joe?
I don't know what the fuck
I've
that
had a
is.
sloppy Joe,
It's like
and
typically it's a, I don't know, canned or prepackaged,
Oh, Lord.
pre-barbecued meat tidbits all piled
That
together.
doesn't sound good.
It's like
so,
a bad version of a pulled pork
foreskin
sandwich.
and like eyelids and whatnot. Like this.
Yeah,
yeah, pretty
Alright.
much.
I personally wouldn't go for that.
Somebody wrote
this is-
sloppy Joseph.
But I'm philosophizing too much, as we say in my part of the world. But this is the type of food that we should like rate on the same level of like frozen pizza, because this is not something that you proactively want to eat. This
Yeah.
is like you open your fridge, there's some ground beef. You open your like cupboard, there's bread, and you're like, well, fuck it. I mean,
It's
let's do this.
objectively worse than a frozen pizza, though.
Yeah.
It is.
I-
It is
I-
definitely not an
It
8
doesn't
out of
look
10.
good either. Yeah. I was gonna say you got me when you said, "Oh, I'm philosophizing." He's like, we say that the same in our like if somebody's talking bullshit, we say
Overdoing
that
it.
stuff. It's like stop philosophizing.
Stop philosophizing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Baked potato,
Oh.
100%, any day of the week. Slamming, love
I
them.
think
Incredible.
it's very mid. very mid.
Really?
I'm sorry. Baked potatoes is just it's so boring. I think.
All right.
And I just.
Oh, but depends on what you put on top. You can completely change it.
But the bulk of it is still potato and it's just starch and like.
But you
there's
push
so
in
many
the
better
sauce,
things-
my love.
I
You
know,
push
I
in
know,
the
but
sauce.
you can make like potato wedges. You can make fries. You can make a million other things. This is I think one step above mashed potatoes, which is absolute garbage. That is.
Oh my god.
What? I have just
I'm gonna
had
shut
mashed
down this
potatoes
stream.
and kebab. Mashed
Oh,
potatoes
no.
are incredible.
Yeah.
Mashed potatoes
No.
are phenomenal.
Garlic mashed potatoes.
Alright.
Oh lordy. Oh
Oh
my
my
goodness.
God, yes.
I am
Mashed
with
potatoes
you,
even just with
Joseph.
cheese, with any like
Mhm.
feta. Oh Lord, Suka, fucking art, art.
I love how we're talking about this stuff and then somebody wrote, "What do you guys think about what's going on in China?"
Yeah.
We're talking about
What-
potatoes, excuse me.
talking about
me, sir,
actually
these are
serious
more
things here.
important. Yeah. All right. Look,
All right.
look. I think potatoes are better in every other way, personally. If you like mashed potatoes, sure, it's okay to be wrong. I'm teasing. They're fine. They're fine. I'll eat them if they're being served, but I've never liked them personally.
That's fair.
That is the most controversial thing I've ever heard you say,
Yeah.
and you say a lot of controversial things. Like I am questioning your what
Mhm.
was the term that they would throw around at each other in Soviet courts? Your evolutionary potential.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh my lord.
I'm kidding. I'm
Um,
kidding.
I'm putting fish
Oh,
sticks
that's
at,
fine.
as far left as I possibly can. They are terrible.
Yeah, I've never liked them either.
You mean what? You like fish sticks? Are you gay?
Oh my
I haven't
God.
heard that in a
Remember that?
while. Moving on.
Mhm.
Hey, maybe I like them.
Do you like
This
them?
is a democracy. No, I fucking look
Okay.
like, you
Oh
look
my
like a
God.
fucking. I was
Mhm.
gonna make like poor people joke, but I'm not.
Well, that's the point of this
Fried
quiz. We'll find
oysters.
out.
Mm,
No,
Fried oysters? No. No.
it's
nah.
okay. Come
Okay.
on.
All right. There you go.
Mm.
How's
But
that?
have you tried fried oysters? Like actually fried ones?
No, and I never will. They're disgusting.
I think I've
They
tried
get
it
bet-
once, and I think it was just all right. I can't recall now. They
Okay,
didn't stand out
middle.
to me.
Put white like middle.
There.
Nothing.
All right. Fair enough.
There you go.
All right. Fish and chips. I don't-
I think it's very nice. I like fish and chips.
It's fish and it's chips. Like well, you can't go wrong with some fish and
All
some
right.
chips.
There you go. I don't
Mm.
like seafood, but there you go. All right. Caviar.
And
Ugh.
not even because of health stuff.
Mm.
Like fish and chips with like broccoli. Like sorry, fish and like broccoli. I know it sounds boring, but it like
It
goes very
slaps.
well. Yeah.
No, I agree. It's very nice, actually. It's surprisingly. But I was gonna say caviar in oil, fucking slaps. I will say that.
Fucking
With bread
slaps.
is very nice. It's very nice.
Man.
Caviar is meze as like your appetizer or whatever. Fucking
Yeah.
awesome.
This
Like,
stuff looks so weird, though. All
Yeah,
right,
Just
I'll-
try
I'll,
it.
I'll put it
When you
there.
don't
Try
have
it.
the palate of a
Of a
10-year-old,
child, yeah. All right, moving on.
I'm teasing, I know.
Lobster mac and cheese.
What?
Why do you put the
What?
sea bugs in the mac and cheese? Why?
Oh my. All right, I don't
What the
know
fuck?
if it would be. I've never had lobster mac and cheese, but it does not look that great.
Bam.
So
there we go.
we take flour, we take cow
Mhm.
piss that we turn into cheese, basically cow piss, and then cockroaches, and that is our
Mhm.
fucking meal. Cow piss, cockroaches, and flour. Yes, if it's the apocalypse, I'll eat it, I guess. Okay.
Some guy said the guy who made this quiz really likes mac and cheese. Yeah, chill.
yeah.
Um,
And I think he really associates it with they really associate
Yeah.
it with working class people or whatever.
Yeah.
You'll see the
Mhm.
board.
You'll never
and
make me eat the bugs. You'll never make me eat the
Uh,
bugs. All right.
Mashallah, bravo.
Moving on. Hot dog. Personally, not a fan of tube steaks. That includes sausage.
I
But
really like hot dogs. Actually, I fucking love hot dogs. We
You can
have
have
our own,
mine,
you
dude.
know. I mean, any day of the week.
right, there you
Absolutely.
go.
But specifically like fucking like chicken hot dogs, or you can have the beef mixed ones with turkey. Doesn't matter which, right? And you grill them up. Oh fuck, they're so good. They're such an indulgent. Do you know what? Do you know one of my most pleasant like med school memories is we did a hot dog party. Which sounds fucking.
Oh, okay.
Which
Yeah.
sounds
We're real hot
different.
dogs, not your uncles. Okay.
Yeah. No. It was my estranged uncle who would tickle me. It was just a bunch of people from my class, and they all showed up, and we fucking I think it was on New Year's too. We just grilled hot dogs. And we had a hot dog making station, and we got the red meat. The reason we call it the red meat is because it's supposed to be chicken patties, but I don't know what the fuck they did to it. It looks like a red paste that they flattened,
Yuck.
but it's somehow still meat. It's disgusting, but it also tasted really good. So we had a red meat station and a hot dog station, and we just fucking
Nice.
vibed. It was great. Yeah.
All right, I'll put it there.
I
Caesar
really
salad.
like hot dogs.
Ain't
Hot
nothing
dogs
wrong
are
with a
great.
salad. Nobody ever turned down a
Yeah.
salad.
To
No,
me, for
salads
example,
are
that to me is the most Caucasoid thing I can ever
Salad?
imagine, and I eat it all the time. Not salad, Caesar salad, bro.
Oh.
Like,
Mm.
but
Somebody
I-
said glizzy party with the boys. Sus.
Sus.
any day,
Oh,
baby.
sorry, you said something.
I'm all the way to the left.
On
Really?
salad.
Parmesan on Caesar salad.
Okay.
Like, what's meat doing in my salad? Like, I will have meat on the side. I don't put meat in my
Okay,
salad.
interesting. All right.
It-
So you're all the way
it's
left.
no longer a salad. It's no longer salad.
I'm all the way
I think
right.
either. Yeah, so
Hakeem?
I think it should be one from the right.
All right. There we go.
'Cause I'm all the way there as well.
Nice. Southern Cobb salad. That's the one with eggs. I don't think eggs belong on salad, personally.
I agree. But I've never had it. But I don't think eggs belong on salad. That's why the Russian salads I can't fucking get on with that program.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So literally because of my, so I'm being. You see how hypocritical I'm being right now. So
Uh-huh.
the previous one you cannot put like meat on top of it, but now a different animal product, and I'm like, yes,
Like,
very
yeah,
good,
what?
but
It's
not
normal.
that way. Not
Yeah.
that way. You can put like homemade mayo or some shit and then make it very nice. So because of my upbringing of like, a low calorie intake, so we need to somehow make the kids not fucking starve. So we put mayo in everything. Approach of that grandmas have in the Balkans is a yes. But this what? But Cobb and but wait. So it has. What does it have? It has eggs and it has. I
It
can't
looks
see
like
shit.
tomatoes, chopped carrots. The yellow stuff, I don't know. Is that corn? I think it's corn, which also
Oh,
does
no,
not
it's-
belong in salad.
No. At least not with eggs. God.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, red. I'm red.
Agreed.
A
All
tossed
right.
salad made typically with chopped chicken or turkey, tomatoes, bacon, hard-boiled eggs, blue cheese, and lettuce, and dressed with vinaigrette. That
If you
sounds
just-
fucking disgusting.
If you
That's
just
not a
get rid
salad.
of the eggs, I could do
That's
that.
3 meals. That's 3 meals. man. And I'm a
Exactly.
big ass motherfucker. I eat like a kilo of food for lunch every day. That is not a salad. Whatever. Cultural
Alright,
differences.
alright.
Here we
Agree
go.
to disagree.
Finish.
Okay, let's see what
see
they
our
are.
taste.
Let's take a look.
We
Tom,
are.
tom.
Do we have a?
We are
It doesn't have
middle class. Oh, we have a middle class palate. I see.
All
What the
right.
fuck?
Oh wow.
Intermittent
re-
fasting belly type. Yes, please.
So very middle class. I mean, it's normal because of between all of us.
Yeah.
Mm.
Kind of go with the middle. But we
I
do
like
like
how-
some upper middle class and some lower
Yeah.
middle class stuff.
I like how just because we said caviar, which by the way in some parts of the world is dirt cheap. It's
Yeah.
not just like
They put us
all of a
there.
sudden it made us upper middle class or upper class. What the fuck? Yeah,
It's
whatever.
a luxury here for sure.
Mm.
All right. Well, there you
Uh,
go. Now we know what what's it called? What our
It's
taste is.
No, it's idiotic. we cannot define foods based on class, but if we were to, yeah, this seems like a good enough picture of us. I contributed to the with the posh foods. JT contributed with his children brain foods or whatever the fuck you want to call that. And Hakeem just things that he likes or dislikes. He balanced it out.
Yeah, boy.
So there we go.
Well, now
I
we all
hope
know.
everyone enjoyed that little rant about food and class, I guess.
No Dolma though. No Dolma on the list. Immediately disqualified. Oh my god. JT,
If you want,
have
you
you
can
had
go to
Dolma?
some questions.
Do I
Yeah,
what?
no, we can do that. I was gonna ask you, JT, have you had Dolma before?
What is that?
Exactly right. So this is why we need to disband the Deprogram. Okay. It depends on which country you're in because various countries do it differently. But the Iraqi dolma is basically stuffed vegetables that are then steam cooked, and the vegetables are stuffed with a mixture of rice and meat. It could be just rice, it could be just meat, but in Iraq normally it's a mixture of rice and meat. And you have onions, tomatoes, peppers, zucchini. What's it called? I think they're called wine leaves, like grape leaves.
That
Different
sounds
kind of
good.
cabbage. It is delicious. It slaps. But even like if every Iraqi is absolutely in love with it, I'm kind of in the middle of the road. It's like I really like it, but I'm not gonna go out of my way every time to have it. But yeah, and Yugopnik, of course, I'm sure Yugopnik is a cultured man, so he of course loves dolma.
Of course, that's you fucking
Exactly
crazy
right.
man.
There we go. But yeah, but JT, now that I've mentioned this, all right, you do have a gun to your head. What do you say? Do you like dolma?
That sounds good. It sounds like something I would
Yeah.
eat, personally.
There's this thing, Habibi. There's this thing that an ingredient that we use in Iraq called tamar hind, which literally means like Indian dates, which it isn't technically, but it adds this like sourness to the rice,
Ooh.
which is so fucking delicious. Oh my god, my mouth was just thinking about it. Just like Yugopnik's hot dog, like we mentioned. But yeah, and that's a big component in lots of like different Iraqi cooking. So think about it. It's like stuffed vegetable, steamed. It tastes delicious from the vegetables and the seasoning. Then you have rice and meat, and at the end, the aftertaste is a little bit sour. It's delicious. So,
Huh. I'm gonna have to try that. That sounds really nice.
yeah, boy, dude, I'm gonna make it for you. Fucking,
Yes.
yeah, you can
Feed
no longer
me.
live in ignorance. But yeah, and I'll let you have your little fucking Dr. Pepper cup on the side. Your little Dr. Pepper sippy cup.
Yum.
Sippy cup.
I was gonna say, I hope. I was gonna ask, does your kid like Dr. Pepper? But they shouldn't be drinking it. This
she
kid,
is
I hope.
she is 7 weeks old.
It will literally eat through her intestines.
Yeah.
Like they will give the beautiful little girl some Dr. Pepper, and they will wake up on the next morning. And this is going to be like a melted child, like laying on the bed.
Huh.
The fucking thing could probably be used to like if you get shot by that you could like get the bullet out and disinfect with fucking Dr. Pepper.
Oh my god. Yeah. What was I gonna say? Somebody said, where was it? This fucking meme fucking made me lose it. Someone's like, "Oh, first they came for the Dolma haters," and I didn't say anything. Yeah, it's like, well, honestly, you do deserve to be taken away if you don't like Dolma. But yeah.
There's thank you for $5, Rosie. There's an interesting question for JT. Did the Texas State County Fair traumatize JT out of liking many foods? Did he see deep fried butter and decide that America must fall?
Yeah, the foods at the fair are abominations. I don't know what people were thinking. They're like, let's deep fry an entire stick of butter. That sounds good. That sounds like something you want to enjoy on a hot day. No, thank you. The only one I will kind of stand is funnel cake. Funnel cake is fun, like one time.
Funnel cake. What are we?
It's
dealing
like fried dough with
regional
powdered sugar.
sweet popular. Carnivals.
Speaking of
deep
butter, I have-
frying batter. Oh, okay.
Yeah, just batter. But I have something controversial, which is not really controversial here. But so if I toast a piece of bread and I just take butter, raw butter, and I spread it on top, then I put some spice on top, and I eat it. Is that okay? Just raw butter on top of bread. Is that okay?
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
perfect.
It's like
Absolutely okay.
that's like
It's
toast.
absolutely okay, right?
I'm
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah,
say,
it's like toast with some-
I sent a picture of the funnel cake. You got me take a look at that. That doesn't look like cake. That looks like somebody had diarrhea on a plate. I'm sorry. That does not look good. Oh lord. But I'm sure it tastes good. Yeah.
yeah.
I'm sure it tastes good, but just that's not an appetizing dish. People keep asking us who are we supporting the World Cup. Okay, we're supporting the non-whites. I think this is.
Yeah.
No, we're supporting. I think just whoever. It doesn't matter. It does. My hope is some imperial periphery country wins because the people can use the win. That's just my vibe
Yeah.
overall. But either way, I just hope for good matches, and they've been some fucking bangers recently. So yeah, some teams that you wouldn't expect to play really well, or like they've been playing excellently. Japan, Senegal played really well. Cameroon played really well as well. Morocco won today against Belgium, and they played excellently, etc., etc. But yeah, anyways, back to the food topic. I have nothing else to add. Somebody kept saying like, "Oh, stop ignoring me, Hakeem. The Lebanese dolma is better than." I'm like, yeah, Lebanese dolma is good, I guess, but depends. If you mean specifically what ghanab, then but that's my favorite. But we don't usually call that dolma. In Iraq, we differentiate. But yeah.
Bismarck, who comes in all the time, came in with $5 saying,
Hey.
Deprogram, please make an episode debunking Kraut's video how Christianity destroyed the family. I mean, I made a video called How Capitalism Destroyed the Family, so I don't know what he thinks Christianity did. Okay, interesting. I mean, that's a very complicated topic because the definition of family is fluid. It depends on the local culture, so the defining what destroys it or doesn't destroy it is again very fluid depending on the local definitions. The family isn't like something that is like written in eternal stone and applies both in the Amazon and in the forests of China in the same manner. But yeah. And wait, didn't we do a whole we have a whole bonus episode actually on this? Where we also talked about marriage and children relationships and friends relationships and how they're impacted by a market-oriented capitalist state. But then normal Nermer just gave $5. Thank you for being so normal, Nermal. I actually said that without glitching even for a second.
Proud of you.
But yeah, that's a food conversation. Any other conversations we would like to have about, for example, how JT is very good at this game?
I am not either. I'm playing with my cowboy guns though. Got me a revolver. Boom, gotcha.
Where is this supposed to be? Of course, it's supposed to be like nondescript Arab place. But
Yeah,
I mean,
the Republic of Adal, I think they call it.
Okay, all right, cool. Yeah.
But yeah, this.
I like how, by the way,
Uh-huh.
one of the areas you're in is like a museum or something, so you're destroying like
Priceless
invaluable
architects,
artifacts.
yeah, or architects, artifacts.
Two things. Somebody said, guys, have you looked into how corrupt FIFA is? And it's like, my guy, we made an entire episode.
We
One
sure
of the
did.
recent, that's number one. Number two, somebody asked me, Hakeem, what was the last book I've been reading? It's God Save the USSR by Jeff Eden. It's about Soviet Muslims, which is, I'm not
sounds cool.
done with it though. Yeah, and the last question that I'm going to answer right now is somebody said Albania versus Iraq, who's winning? Well, since the International Albanian Lobby controls all the banks and all the world governments, I think we know the answer to that.
Wait, is Albania playing Iraq soon?
No. Neither Albania nor Iraq qualified.
Okay, no, I thought like in a friendly match or something.
I don't think so.
There can be no friendly
Because-
matches.
Iraq.
Exactly, because I would expect you to go to that stadium and make your Slavic boy proud.
I keep getting killed by someone called Sigma Pol Pot.
Oh my god,
That
I
is a
love that.
Sigma. Does your character wear glasses? Is that why he's?
Stop stealing my
Yeah,
tags.
exactly. There is no game, but what was I gonna say? There is when you write Albania Iraq football, you get this this flag over flag thing, where it's the Iraqi flag and the Albanian flag over each other, which looks so fucking weird. Oh man. Arm and
Yeah.
head.
How do I break this robot?
Oh no! In 2012, Iran and oh no, this is Iran, Iraq, and Albania played, but Albania won. All right, done. Yeah, Albania best country.
No, leave me alone. Gotcha, boy.
Absolute skills, genuine skills. Sigma tip: destroy your country's life expectancy. Looks like JTC and holiday in Cambodia.
Lamau, yeah.
Do we have any other things? Because I can't scroll up to see the.
YouTube is such a
There's-
giant company. It cannot do anything right.
Yeah, generally. Chairman Bro says, "Do y'all listen to Little B, the bass god?" I don't. No, I don't.
Not sure
I
who
don't
that
know
is.
who that is. Yeah, exactly.
There's so many Lils. I probably do, but I don't know which of
Yeah.
the Lils. There's Lil Z, Lil G, Lil B, Lil D, Lil A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P Q R S T U V X Y Z. Man, I still remember
Z.
that. You remember when we used to say as what? It's supposed to say Z?
XYZ.
Oh fuck
No.
off! Fuck off! No, I'm kidding. Okay, maybe it's Z. I'll have to change my whole conception of the English language now because of you. But not the way they made us like remember A B C D E F G is no, not that. The way they made us remember like body parts was Head and Shoulders.
Head, shoulders, knees, and toes?
Is the shampoo. Yeah. But we would say Head and Shoulders, my shampoo, my shampoo, my shampoo. The Head
Oh
and
my
Shoulders
God.
lobby is deep in the Balkan school system, I guess. They're literally not bukvars, but fucking crazy.
Wow.
Lil B
Here gets-
created again. Chairman Bra came in with $5. Thank you, bro. Get it, 'cause he's Chairman Bra. Lil B created the world's the word based and modern rap music. Oh, damn, nice. Okay,
I did not
back
know.
to
I did not
Lil
know
B, because that is based. That is very based.
Hey, John Connor says he left a super chat and we haven't read it. We can't scroll up super far. I don't know why. So John,
Just write it
yeah.
again right now, and
And
I'll read it.
we'll respond.
Turgid said, "More than comrades, a new podcast of Hakeem Yagopni coming soon." Yeah, maybe.
Mm.
Again, Patreon tier. Let's see.
It can't be a podcast. It needs to be in video form. Otherwise, it's just gonna be weird moaning sounds.
Moaning, yeah,
It's gonna
exactly.
be strange.
Oh, Lord. But, is the stream buffering? No, everything's fine on our end.
Yeah, it should be. Looks okay. Well, let me check.
All right.
Uh,
I'm just waiting for John Connor.
yeah, it looks
to,
okay.
Every time I hear the name Connor, I just think of what's that game? With the Lord, the one where you make the decisions with the androids, and you had the detective who's like, "Connor, the fuck are you doing?" I don't remember.
I have no idea.
Detroit Become Human.
Yeah, Detroit Become Human. Yeah. I never got into it, but I have somebody family member who's fucking huge into that shit. They loved it. They played it like 3,000 times.
And also Lil B, thank you, Chairman Bro, for another $5. He's also leftist, so it's ironic that all right wingers have co-opted the word. Yeah,
Yeah.
they all co-opt everything. That's why I was being so bitchy towards the boys about, oh, this food is from this class or this food is from that class. If we let them, they will co-opt every fucking single thing.
Yeah, exactly. Somebody asked.
I'm eating a banana.
Oh Lord, you can hear that fucking. No, Hakim's gonna say it.
He's gonna say it.
Don't fucking say it.
I'm not gonna. People
He's
know.
very
Well, listen.
tired.
Yes, honey. That's me going to fucking work tomorrow. Yes, honey. Oh Lord. But yeah, I worked night all last week, so I'm fucking exhausted. But somebody said, "Is this being recorded?" Yes, it is being recorded. So no worries, we can't catch it now. Damn, you would think what that mouth do though?
Ouch.
I'm eating a thick ass banana right now.
Delicious.
I have a thick ass banana for you already. All right, John Connor's not coming back in with his fucking question. All right, so I'm sorry. Oh no, there it is. This is the support chat. Q, what do you think about having Zizek or Chomsky on the podcast? So what do you think about covering history, like in general, from a leftist perspective? Covering history from a leftist perspective in general is something we do on occasion with our specialty episodes. The Yemen, Afghanistan one. We'll do other ones, inshallah. But getting Zizek or Chomsky, Zizek I think has a speaking fee, so you can't get him on. And Chomsky would never come on an explicitly leftist podcast or like Marxist.
He's
podcast,
also
I don't
6
think.
million years old, and I don't want to drag him
Exactly.
onto a podcast.
I mean, I'll drag him on just to make fun of him, but seems cruel for a man as you know, what's it called? He looks like an ascended being. He looks like right the fucking. Yeah. And I like how he started getting so old. He's like, you know what? I need the beard because otherwise the weird like turkey neck thing is gonna be Somebody asked, Hakeem, can you tell us how to protect our reproductive organs? I don't know what you mean. Yes. Use protection. I don't know what you mean.
Abstention.
Yeah,
Nobody should have sex. It's like my internal task. It's
Eternal.
my eternal task is to eventually get Zizek on, because it's going to be the
Mm,
most unhinged episode of all time.
yeah.
Because we will have prepared like a very rigid 15, 20 questions for him. He will have, for example, exactly 55 minutes to do it. At least
Yeah.
that's from all the interviews I've seen him do. And then we will just ask the first question, and he will go on an unhinged rant about the first question for like an hour. And none of the other questions will no longer make any sense to be asked after his unhinged rant. So
Yeah.
it would make for arguably the most entertaining episode we've ever made. But
Mm.
if he actually does
Eh?
have fees, that's whack. I
Yeah.
I don't think he does, but depends, I guess.
I remember
Depends.
looking into this, but I may be misremember. Either
Yeah.
way, it would, if anybody has any idea on how to get to contact him, then sure, like shoot us a message on Twitter or something. We'll figure it out. Why not?
Well, I can
'Cause I would
research
love
it.
to.
It's probably
Yeah.
somewhere on top, but yeah, we would just have to make sure we only talk about philosophy with
Ah,
him,
damn.
because his
Yeah.
views on geopolitics are fucking worthy, fucking cringe lord insanity. And I'm saying as a massive Zizek fanboy, as
Mm.
everyone knows, I quote him in like half of my fucking videos. He's
Yeah.
just he's like for geopolitical views, fucking literally like an 80-year-old Slovenian man would expect him to have such views. So
Exactly.
it's absolutely okay. You know what I mean? It's not
Here
okay
in
because he's a public figure, but you get what the fuck I'm saying. Like him being any different when it comes to his geopolitical views would actually be unrealistically surprising.
yeah. Yeah. Here in Ljubljana in the spring and summer, it's one of the nicest views. Nice old houses on both sides. You think it's nice, but it's wrong. This is the official delineating line between Balkan and Mitteleuropa. So on the one side, horror, Oriental despotism, women.
Getting raped and killed, and they don't like it. On the other side,
Oh my god. So Balkan, Mitteleuropa. Do not forget. Oh, fuck.
fucking mad lad.
Mm.
Well, somebody came in with $5. Thank you, Doodoo Fart. I love Doodoo Fart. Hey guys, just speaking of which, listen.
Classic
Oh
guy.
Oh my
classic guy.
god.
Yeah. Hey guys, just want to say what you guys do is really cool. Thank you, Doodoo Fart.
Jesus
This
Christ.
question goes to Hakeem. What made you choose socialism over Islamic economics?
Oh boy. There's no such thing as Islamic economics. If you were to look into this is actually a personal pet project of mine. I'll give the quick TLDR. What normally is referred to as Islamic economics is nothing but small scale market management. So it's basically business, like the type of stuff you'd learn in a business degree. It isn't actual economics. There's no analysis of like the circulation of commodities, of relations to of labor and the means of production. This doesn't exist because most of the texts that were developed at a time with either pre-capitalist formations, feudalist formations, or quote-unquote Asiatic modes of production types. So what people usually consider to be Islamic economics is normal, like capitalist economic market functions with a like Islamic coat over it. There is Islamic banking. There's a difference there, right? But this gets way deeper. TLDR though is the it's not that you chose one over the other. It's that socialism, and particularly the Marxist analysis of capitalism, is the only genuine analysis of how the system, like objective analysis of how the system works. Capitalists themselves don't have, if you marginalist economics, all these other, neoclassical, it's all bullshit, right, for the most part. Likewise with most religious approaches and other ideological approaches towards economy. For the most part, they are usually hyper-specific and don't deal with the core relations of an economy. So that's
So interesting
the
that the Quran actually touches on
answer.
how an economy or how even economic interactions between two people should look like. 'Cause from my reading of the Bible, for example, the Old and the New Testament, there are certain instances in which the topic of giving out loans, the topic of how much is, if one person owns this much versus this much, at what point does it become greed, stuff like that. But it's very like bird's eye view over the whole thing. There's rarely any like direct suggestion on, for example, what you called Islamic banking. Never heard of it, so it's very interesting to hear that it actually touches on stuff like that. It's pretty cool.
Mm. No, for sure. And somebody said Islamic economics, aka Marxism. That's actually what I'm trying to do. That's one of the things, a field of study that I want to develop. Actually,
I can't get a single one of these tags. Oh my god. Continue. Sorry.
well, no, no, it's perfectly fine. And the thing that I'm trying to do is a book that I've been working on, but I don't get time because of my actual day job to finish it. But the general thesis is that you could make the argument that capitalism, as it currently exists, can be considered to be unlawful by Islamic
Mhm.
standards.
Yeah.
And the attempts of the various people who in modern history, past 100 years, have tried to create some strange synthesis and new Islamic economics, which, again, like I said, is just basically falls back on the same capitalist market relations. Those two are wholly inadequate. And if you wanted to make a new system, then it doesn't have to necessarily be socialism, but socialism is the one that fits best in the analysis of capitalism. And then from that, then a new field can be developed. But it's a very, very long
And
fucking
probably
story.
capitalists constantly like misquote shit. Like the famous
Yeah.
one when it comes to Christianity, at least Orthodox Christianity, is I think also it's in the Old Testament, so Jews probably use it as well. Why communism is nonsensical for a true Christian is because God said, because Jesus said. Who doesn't help himself, God will not help him. So you need to pull yourself up by your bootstraps, quite literally.
Which is
Even
such
though
a
the
stupid
whole point,
ideological point.
but yeah, but the whole point of that is that you
Mm,
should not just be waiting around and waiting for
yeah.
something to fall from the earth, and it is
It
not
doesn't mean markets.
God's. Yeah, it doesn't mean. Actually,
Yeah,
funny
it's so
enough, markets means
yeah.
quite the opposite. The capitalist doesn't help himself. His employees toil away for him and give them their own cut. So in a way, he's the lazy one. But what? Yeah, we can. Any quote in isolation can be used to fucking justify
Exactly.
absolutely anything. You just gotta spin it the right way.
Yeah. Some guy asked, "Is Hakim a mystical force creature?" Yes, I am. And people also asking for other book recommendations. I've been meaning to do several of them, but I think the one I want to make now is one on Palestine, so Palestinian reading, and that'll be probably the next one eventually, maybe next month. Who knows? Somebody else asks something. I would like to know your favorite socialist country. Why? Said Red Rose. All right, you guys go.
I don't know. I would rather go for like socialist experiments or projects versus saying like so maybe Burkina Faso under Sankara. That was a really cool project with how he kind of tried to get rid of the old patriarchal views on women, had women in positions of power in the country. He did a massive vaccination campaign, literacy campaigns. It was just sweeping reforms so quickly.
National fashion reform, where basically you'd show up, drop in on ministries, and be like, if you guys aren't wearing national dress, there's gonna be hell to pay.
That's so
I love
cool.
that. Yeah. Guys, my favorite socialist country, all right, is Rojava. So they're the ones. No.
Somebody's still thinking about what we talked about in the chat. My chat was bugging, so I didn't talk at all in that thing. But I'm sitting back and like it's cutting, and I just hear Hakim Butchuk and then say something, and then it cuts, and then him again. Like, oh Lord, oh Lord.
I think genuinely for me, it's Cuba or what's it called? The USSR. Just out of respect of them and their the how far they got just on the first attempt with no blueprint, all etc. etc. But otherwise, then Cuba's doing an amazing job. And imagine if the embargo wasn't there, imagine what heights they would reach or what they would have reached.
Truly,
absolute banger. How about you, Yopnik? It has to be Yugoslavia.
To me, it's like comparing apples to oranges. Like all of these different socialist experiments did their own thing. They achieved great successes in some aspects. In others, they have, I wouldn't call them failures because they have given us an example of what not to pursue in the future, etc., or what to do better, blah, blah, blah. So it's difficult to compare. But honestly, the USSR is the first and arguably greatest experiment of socialism to have ever existed. And it has set a precedent unlike any other in human history, at least during the capitalist era, when it comes to the changing of a system from one to another radically and actively, and not just waiting for it to slowly overturn. So that's why I absolutely pick it always. Yugoslavia, from, for example, the perspective of a truly internationalist state, basically, where we have shown that we can create a place where the pursuit of internationalism as a goal doesn't exclude the individual identities of any of the culture that participate in it. For example, from my perspective, that's what the main thing we can learn from Yugoslavia when we start establishing, I don't know, world socialism eventually, etc., etc.
Yeah.
How you can have unity without the exclusion of individual representation of, be it culture or state or whatever. Cuba, just because it's a tiny fucking speck on the map bordering the world's greatest, most powerful superpower, and managing to survive as a country even for almost a century at this point. Again, every single one for their own reasons is a beautiful testament to the capacity which exists for in the human experiment towards greatness. But if I had to pick one, yeah, Soviet Union, because
Nice.
the scale is fucking insane.
I was gonna say, actually, I would edit my answer. It would be the Great People's Republic of Chattanooga,
Yes.
which would be my number one, inshallah. But Arab Marx and
Bunkerstan, Albania, bro.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Arab Marx and Jory said, Hakim, have you read anything about Ibn Khaldun? I've read the Muqaddimah, but nothing, not much else. Somebody asked, I don't remember who it was, but somebody was like, "Oh, how much do I need to pay to get them to answer my question?" The questions fucking disappear and we can't scroll up, so just write it again and then we'll
do our
read it.
best.
We don't, we answer questions from everybody. Doesn't matter, but yeah. I'm turning 17 on the 15th of December and would love a happy birthday from y'all. Okay.
Happy birthday.
Your
Happy
name is
birthday.
insane. So it's E6IX21. All right. Oh, E621. All right, fine. Happy birthday to you. Have a lovely day. Enjoy the time with your family. Have some cake if you like it, or otherwise have some fruit if you don't. I don't know. Have a great time. And other people wishing you happy birthday in the chat, which is absolutely
Many happy
the
returns.
Queen of the Queen of Bithynia said Deprogram. Asked the Deprogram. Hakeem, which translation, English translation of the Quran would you recommend? I don't read the Quran translation, but I've heard the study Quran is good. If you want to check that out, which has it has exegesis with it, tafsir, so it explains bits of it as well. So that's what I've had recommended to me prior, or so try that out. Somebody also asked for book recommendations on Sankara. There's a very good book titled Thomas Sankara Speaks. I think it's called Burkina Faso Revolution 1980 or something like that. It's very good as well. And it's just a series of his of his speeches and then some explanatory notes and whatnot. Very good as well. We had a bunch of other ones. Chairman Bro sent $10. Thank you very much. He says, I don't know if you all seen this, but I've noticed that there's a lot of very bot-like accounts on Instagram and TikTok that are commenting, save Iran, kind of like you, protest looks sus. Yeah, because it is sus. There's a lot of fucking nonsense going on.
Yeah, man, there's
Yeah,
hundreds of thousands of fake accounts targeting any sort of fucking event 24/7.
Exactly. Yeah. Andrew Murray sent $5 said, would you consider doing a deep dive episode on dialectical materialism? Also, I highly recommend Dialectical Logic by Ivaldi Yankov. Maybe? I don't know, down the line, possibly.
Yeah, it will probably be like more than 3 episodes.
Yeah.
Not exactly. I don't know how fun it would be, but yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Alex
More of
sent
a
$5,
video
thank you
thing.
much. Yeah. He said, Hakim, I just finished the People's Republic of Walmart. What do you think of the chapters dedicated to USSR flogging? It's the liberal garbage you need to do in academic circles in order to get published. If they didn't include it, they wouldn't be allowed to be published. Several people, Parenti, Cockshot, several people have commented on this phenomenon. Cockshot wrote an entire book on censorship, like media censorship, and academic, particularly in academic institutions. So yeah, it's completely not. I'm not surprised it's there. Read over the liberal shit. The rest of it is good.
Nikola Radovanovic coming in with 1,000 dinars. Thank you very much, my friend. Hello, gamers. I don't know. Hello, gamers. I immediately thought of. Hello, gamers. I don't know if you touched on the subject of World Cup in Qatar and its wormhole of human rights violations in preparations for the Cup. PS medicine studies are finally progressing. Poggers, congratulations to medicine.
Congrats, my man.
We made a whole episode, my friend. It's currently released for patrons. In around a week, it's gonna release everywhere else. So we talk about FIFA in general, this particular World Cup, Qatar, other World Cups, Orientalism, hypocrisy, fucked up workers' rights manipulations, blah blah blah, exploitation, manipulation. Yeah, my English is deteriorating with every minute which passes. At one point, I'll just start speaking Serbo-Croatian, and God bless the 5 fucking Balkan viewers that are here gonna understand me.
Exactly.
And Hakeem can understand like 10% of what I say, so it should be fine. Which I need to balance out, by the way. If you can understand like 10% of all the random Serbo-Croatian or Russian shit that I scream all the time, and I should at least try to understand 5 to 10% in Arabic. So
Yeah, boy.
you need to teach me some. You need to teach me
I'll
some.
give you. I'll do the courses. No worries. Tommy Green said Paul Dick Blast, which I freaking
yeah.
love. Oh man. How's it going, JT? How are you doing?
Okay. I'm really struggling with my accuracy today, and people are just zooming around like this guy. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Dang it.
Ha ha.
I'm trying to get a little bit better with the bolt actions. Dang it. Dang
Again,
it.
I would like to re-emphasize the fact that you seem to be basically having a full-on like gun battle inside of a museum.
Yeah.
Which is, again, just a little bit fucking sus, a little bit sketch. But
This whole
whatever,
game
right?
is incredibly sus. Like the first level of the campaign, they have you piloting the missile that killed Soleimani. They changed his. I think I mentioned that before, but they changed his name. But yeah, this whole thing is just propaganda, as our boy
Isn't it
Alan McLeod
proven?
wrote about. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly right. Isn't it proven that this shit is genuine, like actual state
Oh, yes.
propaganda? But
Uh-huh.
no.
Yep.
If China was to make a video game, then it shows the control that they have, the authoritarians, blah blah blah. But the U.S. Military have input on every single fucking movie that's ever made ever.
Yeah.
Oh lord.
That's
It do be
the
like that.
classic, just a classic Redditoid hypocrisy. What can you do? Chairman Brass says, I saw one of the Iran accounts that had the map of Iran as its profile picture, but it had Caucasia and parts of Russia as part of Iran on it. Oh, every nation and every country has the idea of the greater version of it. Isn't that always beautiful? We
Yeah,
joke. You pick any Balkan country and you say its name, and then you say on the 3 C's. Basically, if it owned all of the Balkans. So Bulgaria on the 3 C's, Romania on the 3 C's, Serbia on the 3 C's, Croatia on the 3 C's. That's their
I
like
stand
ultimate
personally-
version of their country.
The
But I think
only
we're kind of
true thing-
modest, because if you would ask if we would ask Western Europeans of like the ultimate version of their country, it would basically be the whole continent. At least we are going to be just happy with a part of the continent, modest little Slavic dogs.
Exactly. I was gonna say I'm personally for Greater Romania. Okay, it's the only one with a genuine claim to the Greek islands.
Oh,
I'm just gonna fucking change the way I'm sitting.
Let's see.
So excuse me if you guys hear some rumblings.
No,
Like,
please
there you
rumble away. Let's
Yeah.
see. Do I want that?
go.
What do I want here?
So yeah.
Not that this matters.
Or Greater Albania, of course. That's the true.
oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Uh,
No, they're arguably the most modest ones. They just want half of Macedonia, half of Greece, all of Montenegro, and like 1/5 of Serbia. So ironically, they're the most modest ones. The others like just want everything. The Greeks want like ancient Greece. The Romanians probably like LARP that they're like ancient Rome and they want fucking everything. The Bulgarians are like quoting one king when they had everything. The Serbs are quoting another king when they have everything. It's very interesting.
Yeah.
But what is greater
it's also-
Iraq? What is greater Iraq? Do you take all of
There is-
Iran? Do you take all
No,
of Turkey?
there's-
Do you come all the
there's
way
no-
up in my neighborhood? Because we can ally on that. If there's some Turkey bashing involved, I am right here, baby.
Oh Lord! I was gonna actually try to stir you up by saying, oh, why does it matter? Greater Serbia, Greater Albania. It's all Greater Turkey, regardless. Just for the memes. But yeah,
No, for sure.
There's no Greater Iraq. There's just the Arab world, which is basically a whole body that's been fucking chopped up.
Of course, same as the Slavic world as well. But come on, now, if you imagine you're an idiotic right-wing Iraqi nationalist, and what is your dream? How big is Iraq? What is your dominating dream of conquest?
The most you would go is like a few villages in the north. I think the
So
Khuzestan
modest.
part. Yeah, the Khuzestan part of Iran, which is the south west, the very southwest part of Iran, which has an Arab-speaking majority. It's an Arab ethnic majority area, and they're they speak Iraqi Arabic, and they're basically Iraqis for the most part.
The Montenegrins
Basic.
of Iraq, yeah.
Yeah, basically. And of course, the thing which is a genuine meme, it's Kuwait. Kuwait is not a real country. It never has been a real country.
Wow.
Kuwait was an outpost of the British that got turned into basically an outpost for British capital. And then they just put in a bunch of corporate or bourgeois, bullshit. But otherwise, if you're historically, every part of like that part was just a continuation through Basra. So yeah, but I'm not gonna get into all that fucking bullshit. But Kuwait is our 19th province officially.
There we go. You see, at first it's like no, but then he goes in. This isn't even a country. This is a motherfucking outpost. This is our territory actually. Absolutely beautiful. You're probably right or whatever. I don't fucking know, but
was just
sounded
gonna say,
like a
so-
proper Balkanoid right there. Like it was mwah, very tasty.
Exactly. Yeah. No, somebody said something like supremely stupid. I just wanna mention it. Like it's like actually beyond brain rot. Comrade Jean said, no Arab world. We are not the same. The Levant is one nation, is different from the Arab world. What language do you speak, my guy? All right. Yeah. I'm not gonna entertain the stupidity. There's one Arab nation. So yeah. Otherwise, you can go and pretend you're Phoenician. But. Oh man.
Same like
somebody said,
here, the Montenegrins have like one type of two-headed eagle, and then the Serbs like added like 4 S's on the Albanian eagle. Then you go further north, and then the two-headed eagle has like a third head, but it's all guys like what the fuck? Yeah, whatever.
Oh lord. But yeah, Ayente02 said, repeating previous super chat, what about bringing a Latin American pink tie president on? I'm close to Dominican left front. They might have contacts. You know what? Hey, if you can make it happen, we'll do
sure.
it. If they speak English as well.
Yeah, that would be-
If they speak English, then sure, why not? Why not? But-
We're right now gonna get a bunch of very international, very influential communists. Hakim is currently lobbying them very intensively. I lobbied the Russian one. Now he's lobbying the Latin American ones, and
I'll get George
look
Bush.
forward- Look forward to some great guests. But get him in a room with us. Get him in a room with us.
but yeah.
He can show us how he paints in red.
Oh lord. President Diaz-Canel on the podcast one, I would fucking
That
love,
would
but I don't
slap.
think he speaks English. Number one, and number two, I don't know if he would fucking ever come on. Like
Yeah,
this is
silly little podcast.
yeah.
But you never know.
No.
Chairman Proud again with the $5. Thank you very much. Says proud Greater Belize supporter.
Love it.
Oh man.
Like I can't wait. I mean, no, I can't wait, and it's not gonna happen. But you get my fucking meaning when United States starts balkanizing. Like, are you gonna be a proud Texan ethno-nationalist, JT, or are you gonna go fight for another much more superior state like California?
California. I will subjugate every Californian.
Oh man.
I'm gonna
Tremble underneath Warlord JT, Warlord Chapman.
I'm gonna put y'all to work
my-
at Bucky's, pumping
Oh
gas.
lord.
Texas would probably win, right? Because like most of the army is stationed
I would
there,
say
most
so, yeah.
bases and so on. It's the biggest one. Texas is as big as all of Europe. You would probably walk all over at least the Midwest.
Killed by shit and fart.
I love it. This isn't my fault. I joined late on that one.
Somebody said, Andrew Murray, excuse me, said, would you guys consider having Skittles from Kay and Skittles on the podcast? They sound familiar. Who is this?
Not sure who that is.
Sounds familiar.
Okay, you Gopnik is doing the Googling. I can't wait for the American
Oh
version
yeah,
of
they're
Turbo
super
Fun.
based.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're super based. I watched a lot of their videos.
sure.
Yeah,
Sure,
in my
sure.
opinion, very based. That would actually be a decent idea because they do like media analysis and stuff, but not like LARPy media analysis. Takes 20 minutes to talk about why the choice of this black character is more important than the Asian one, but like actual class conscious shit, and it's very good. Big recommend. Sorry, yes, please continue. And yeah, I would love that.
Mm.
Yeah.
No. This is a good question. Mantis himself says, "How much did you read before you felt comfortable enough to talk about communism? The more I read, the less I feel I know. I have
Yeah.
a 15-title long to read list at the moment, and it's only growing. And earlier, he also said, like, how do you deal with imposter syndrome of like when do you lose it or whatever? Habibi, it's never too early to speak to people around you, but it's always good to read." And to educate yourself to make sure that you can at least cover the most common objections that you get, so you don't just kind of feel out of place. But that being said, you never know enough when it comes to socialism, right? You'll never know enough. So just keep reading. That's all
For
I can tell
certain
you.
things, imposter syndrome is good. And when it comes to a fast school of thought, which is, let's generalize it and call it Marxism, not having imposter syndrome might imply that you think you know everything, and that will never be correct. So,
Mm,
yeah, sometimes it's good. Sometimes it's good. It keeps you
mm,
grounded, keeps you honest.
yeah. Mm, mm, mm. E621 says, JT, what the fuck is going on in Ohio? Why is everyone talking about
I
it?
just saw that message and I just Google searched Ohio because I have no idea what's going on in Ohio.
I think it's the meme where it's like, oh, average Ohio like resident, and it's just somebody who's obviously,
Oh, that's
I
fine.
have no idea.
Probably just Midwest bickering. I don't know.
All right.
I used to live in Ohio. Fun fact.
K1R5. Oh,
You
did you? Oh
did?
yeah, no, I remember.
Did you-
Yeah,
yeah,
mentioned.
you did.
Didn't you get married in Ohio as well?
No, I
or-
got married in Kentucky, and I did not live in Kentucky.
Did you have any of their famous fried chicken, perhaps?
I did. It was good.
Is it? Okay, I'm glad. You are the connoisseur after all.
Yeah.
You're the tender and chicken nugget connoisseur. Here's a question for you, actually, JT.
Yeah.
Does not having Dr. Pepper with a meal reduce the quality of said meal?
If it's fast food, yes, absolutely.
All right.
And I don't have, like, I don't allow myself to have Dr. Pepper or soda of any kind in the house. I only get it if I go out and grab fast food or something, because I know I'm addicted to it, and I will balloon if I allow it to be in the house. So,
All right.
yeah. I do love it, though. I do love me some Dr. Pepper.
All right, good to know. Somebody said K1R5CH1 said, starting out with socialism a year ago and call myself a communist. Now your guys' stuff in the podcast was really helpful. Thank you very much, Habibi.
Yeah.
And of course, the absolute beyond based Emily EM hyphen came in with $100. She is the official patron of this podcast. She's
Yeah.
the patron saint of
Brought
this podcast.
to you by M hyphen.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking tipping my non-existent cowboy hat to you, lady,
Yeah,
right now.
basically, yes.
Damn,
Yeah,
bro. Thank you very much.
yeah. She says, thanks for the live stream. Have some positive reinforcement. Basically, number one deprogram. What's it called? Habibi.
Yes.
Pretty much.
But yeah,
Pretty much.
thank you very much.
What was that term when somebody's when the Nazis called? Ah, yeah, she's an honorary podcaster. She's an honorary deprogram podcast, honorary fourth member of the deprogram.
Yeah, exactly.
At this point, like seriously, like
Oh man. Fuck. All right. Social Henshin said $5. Thank you much. Says, have you all seen the huge protests in South Korea? Now it's a critical time to support the Korean people. Korean socialism against the aggressive U.S. Yes, as always. But of course, it's the usual lack. There's no organizations in Korea because it's illegal, and the few things that do exist are so underground and underdeveloped currently. But of course, it's always a dress rehearsal for the next bigger, upheaval, and this repeats until but nothing too deep otherwise. U2 said, sent $2 saying much. He says, can't even have homophobic chicken in Ohio. Is that true? Is there no homophobic chicken
I don't
in
know.
Ohio?
I moved away from Ohio before I knew what Chick-fil-A was. I was just a little kid. So I don't know. I couldn't answer that. Surely there's a Chick-fil-A there by now.
All right. Oh, well, fair enough.
arguably the next one is the strangest question we've ever.
Ooh, okay. Lay it on me. What is it? I need to know. He just stopped.
He's in the. Oh, I'm just gonna check. Yeah, he's still on the call. All right. Well, then we'll wait. We'll wait until you go up and comes back.
Suspense is killing me.
Exactly right. Oh shit! He just dropped the call.
No!
Oh, no, he's back. Yeah, they got him. No.
They got our boy.
Oh.
Yugopnik has been having internet trouble, just like I'm having Call of Duty trouble. Jesus Christ.
You know what? I don't know what to tell you. But yeah,
I'm
we'll
bad at
wait
video
for him to show
games.
up then. Let's see what then we'll see what else. Rosa Red Hummus is based. Don't forget to BDS. Yes, exactly. Hashtag BDS. Yes, yes. Let's see. I think KFC has become one of New Zealand's national dishes. You know what? That's actually really weird because that exists in some countries. Usually
Hello?
small countries.
What the
Hey.
fuck?
Hey.
I think my mic overheated or some shit. It just stopped
Yeah.
working for no reason, and everything started glitching. The
Oh,
question was by Kinotherapy. Thank you for the $5. Do you guys like philosophy at all? What the
Oh.
fuck? Like,
philosophize these nuts.
yeah, yes, sir. Your podcast is called Deprogram.
This is probably
and,
one of our younger comrades. So
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's intricately tied into everything we talk about. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the
kind-
thing.
kinda
You
hard
don't
to
need
separate.
yeah, but you don't need to like philosophy, but you should engage with it, right? It's
Yeah.
it's pretty much it's like right? You don't need you don't need math a lot of the fucking time. You don't you might not like math, but you do have to engage with it on occasion,
Yeah.
right?
I
Especially if
never
you're in the
thought of it
technical
that
field.
way, actually. I never
Yeah.
thought of it that way. Because I always felt like I need to force myself to both like the person that I'm reading, even though like 70% of philosophers are massive pieces of shit, brilliant people, but massive pieces of shit. And also thinking that I need to amp up my IQ every time I read it because it takes me a few rereads to understand particular pieces of text. But with that sort of psychology, same approach as if when I do, for example, a math test, or when I did a math test, I no longer do them, but you get my point.
Yeah.
You just you grow the philosophy brain muscle and look at it that way, not as something that you need to enjoy. Just like in the gym, you don't need to enjoy this particular exercise, but you do it for the results. And you can engage with philosophy from the same angle when it comes to a particular author or text that you are not necessarily you do not necessarily like reading. Thank you. That's it's a interesting, different way of approaching it. I'll try to use
why
that.
not? Maybe. I was gonna say, when you cut out, people commented there were F's in the chat, and then people said, "See, I know you Gopnik sold too much cheater dust. They got him."
Good reference. Look at them.
Yeah.
Listen to our podcast.
Exactly right. Yeah. Alyssa C sent $5. Thank you very much. She says, "Have you guys looked into Boy Boy? They're two base Australian streamers, excuse me, who made a video where they went to North Korea for a haircut. Yeah, we know about them, and might actually get them on in the future. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I need to see more of their stuff, but I remember seeing the documentary at the time, and it was pretty good.
I saw a video that like came out like this week or something. I need to watch it because theirs are always much longer, and I think it's called Disney Made Us Gay or something. So I'm looking forward to watching that. It's always like some of the most original concepts I've ever seen. But yeah, what keeps it?
Yeah. Are you guys ready for more what's it called?
Always
Brain
ready.
rot? Mex Stalin said $5. Thank you very much, but your comment is kind of silly. He said, "I'm American. The unemployment rate is 4%, and the homelessness is 0.2%. The poverty rate is at 12%. Leftists tend to paint America as a third world nation." Part 1. Like I'm not gonna get into dismantling this, but you gotta remember that the richest country on earth shouldn't have any homeless and shouldn't have a poverty rate.
Yeah.
And by the way, all those statistics are heavily underreported because American official bureaus, they know that the real situation in the U.S. looks like shit, so they try to do flick of the hand, like shuffling numbers around to make it look better. Like how when, for example, during the Obama administration, they changed the definition of unemployment to mean people who are still actively looking for work rather than just people out of a job. And all of a sudden, anybody who's no longer actively searching falls out of the unemployment statistic. So hey, he cut unemployment by 4% or 5% or however much it was at the time by just this fucking flick of the wrist. It's such stupid bullshit. Same with the poverty rate. If you look at the official American poverty rate, you can't live on that amount of money. You can't afford insurance. You can't afford mortgage payments. You can't afford car payments, and these are the things that are necessary to live even a semi-civilized existence within the United States. The homelessness rate is way bigger than 0.2%. But even if it is at 0.2%, even if you can't look at hundreds of thousands of people being homeless and be like, but it's not that many, especially when there are more opportunities for housing than there are homeless people, and especially when homeless people die in the middle of the fucking winter. Meanwhile, you have what's it called, a car display, car dealerships with glass windows and heated interiors to keep the cars warm. You understand what I mean? Like this is you need to look a bit more deeply into this. And JT's videos are actually an excellent place to start with this stuff.
Yeah,
No, I don't
actually,
mean the disrespect. but
I've
yeah,
I've
carry on.
addressed the like unemployment rate in a couple of videos, and if you like, I forget which video it is. I'm gonna have to go and find it, but it's something absurd. Like it's over 20% if you actually like discuss it reasonably, instead of trying to like finagle the words to make it disappear. Like if you change how you talk about a problem, it doesn't mean the problem's gone.
Disappear, yeah. And that's not even mentioning all the fucking racial issues and whatnot. And then like it's such a deeply the contradictions of the United States are so deep, and the true crime of it isn't. This is not some like post-war, post-colonial country that has some excuse at least for its inequalities, like South Africa, at least somewhat, for example.
Yeah.
The United States is the richest country on earth. It is the imperial, economic, political, and every other form. It's at the absolute hegemon, and has been so for the past like 80 years minimum. Right, and it's still not doing better than this, right? Every socialist country on earth practically has had a better track record with the sanctions, with the economic deprivation, with the embargoes, with the invasions, with the sabotage, etc., etc. So it's yeah. Anyways, GL Alvarado sent $20. Thank you very much. She said, super jealous. Wish I could support you guys more. Thank you very much. Your support is already plenty, and kind words as well go even above and beyond. No, thank you very much. Please don't bankrupt yourselves. A lot of people have said this is like, oh, have Hassan on the Deprogram. Have we wouldn't mind having him on, but we have no idea how to get him on. So if you guys know a way of reaching out to him or whatever, then sure, why not? I guess. Yeah. Coffee XYZ sent $5. Thank you much. He says, thanks for turning me into a dirty commie. And JT, would you do custom games?
Sure. Like what kind of custom game? Let me see if there's anything up.
Yeah. What does custom game mean? Like,
I haven't messed with it. I've only done like the defaults, but apparently you can make different game modes. I used to do one when I was younger, Call of Duty World at War, where we do headshots only, shotguns only. So that was the last time you just jump around and blast
I
people.
really like the one where you get a new gun every time you
gun
kill
game.
someone and you need to advance through every single one. That is extremely fun.
Yeah, gun game.
It's very skill based, ironically. Yeah, it's very good.
Have they added gun game? Because if they have, I'm gonna play that right now. Let's see.
You should. Why not? But
Alex sent $2. He said, JT Hakeem, Yugopnik is gone. You need to let go. I think that's back from when you have. Yeah, no. Let's see.
I love how they wrote Yogo. My name is Yogo. Yogo.
Yeah.
Not they always like they either Yogopnik or Yugo Pink.
Yeah, Yugo Pink. I see that one all the
Especially
time.
like the lovely trans people in my Discord server. They basically nickname me Yugo Pink all the fucking time. I don't know if I should feel proud or embarrassed, but for sure my cheeks turn pink whenever I read it.
Cutie.
But yeah.
Chairman Bruce and $5. He says, wake up, wake up, wake up out of your sleep. All right. Oh Lord.
I'll need those.
Jesse Judge name came in with €5. Hello, how can I, as a baby Marxist, see through liberal propaganda in books? Also, what's a good book on Yugoslavia? This is, I mean,
big question.
watch our podcast.
Or listen to it, but whatever.
No, and ironically, it will become a sort of third sense instinct once class consciousness develops in you. Once you start looking at the world through the lens of dialectical materialism, every single piece of text, every single social commentary, every single even social interaction or economic interaction between two people that you experience, you will be able to feel, not even find, the way that the system, the way it is constructed right now, influences said interaction. Good book on Yugoslavia, I would have to think about it because I honestly have not really read good books on Yugoslavia. It's kind of what you like reading something on something that like just by living it you've learned quite a lot about, so I never felt the need to engage in it too much. But I'll have to go through my library and maybe find a thing or two, but it's probably just going to be in Serbo-Croatian. I have not read English language book on Yugoslavia that I particularly enjoyed.
Likewise.
But again, I don't think I've read more than like three of them, I think, in my whole life. So I guess I'm not really a good source on it.
I don't have any good recommendations because I've never read a good book in English. But there was one of the economists who basically wrote several books that were then translated about the self-management system within Yugoslavia. And his books are fairly good. They're the closest you're gonna get because he's a Marxist. He worked within the socialist economy. I'm not gonna go that far, but within the economy of Yugoslavia at the time, he was directly played a part in analysis of it and in changing different things within it, etc., etc. But the name is not fucking coming to mind. I googled it right now. It's not coming to mind either. Something Ocic. So yeah, good luck. Good luck. That's why, because all the fucking names get mixed up in my head at one point. I'll find it and then DM me and I can you know.
Likewise. Same,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna stand up right now and go to the other fucking room to find a dusty thing that I haven't opened in like 10 fucking years.
Somebody said, Hakeem, I'm so glad you gave Serial Experiments Lane some love. Serial Experiments Lane is generally a great fucking show, and I recommend people check it out. It's very weird. It has a special place in my heart. That being said, though, anybody who has a Lane profile picture on Twitter or YouTube or anywhere else always has the most dog shit opinions, I've noticed. I don't know why. It attracts all the shitty people.
What is this?
Or like the wrong people. It's an anime, and it's very, very esoteric. You can't describe it in words, this fucking thing.
You don't have to, JT already lost the interest.
Yeah, Mouse,
in
please.
anime. Yeah.
It's 12 episodes. I'd recommend you just give it a go. You finish it in like an afternoon if you really want to. And it's very good. It's very, very good. And it's very deep and whatever. Anyways, it's good.
Speaking of good shit, yesterday I watched The Triangle of Sadness. Very difficult to get outside of like the US and Western Europe. I had to use my mysterious RR pirate life for me ways to find it, but it was arguably one of the most like pro socialism films that I've seen in my entire life, and it's with such a massive mainstream cast, and it is so well made, and it posits such great questions, and it actually analyzes the way ideology influences hierarchy, etc., etc. It's called The Triangle of Sadness. It's a bunch of wealthy people. They get on a yacht, and then the yacht crashes, and how that impacts their the hierarchy that previously existed on the yacht. It shows like both metaphorically and very directly what the uber wealthy are genuinely like, but it doesn't like overtly criticize them as individuals, but as also victims of a system that indirectly ends up even alienating them. Blah blah blah. This is not a movie review. I'm not going to bore you, but incredibly hardcore recommendation on A Triangle of Sadness to all our viewers, but especially the two of you. Seriously, you will not regret it. It's 2 hours and a half. Sit down with some popcorn and enjoy it. It is a great film. It quotes Marx like fucking crazy. There's this scene where this communist American is sitting with this capitalist Russian, and they're quoting the Russian is quoting Reagan and Thatcher at him, and he's quoting Lenin and Marx at him, and they're super drunk while the ship is basically sinking. I'm not gonna spoil anything anymore. It is. I was sitting there completely, because that's not what I was expecting, fucking baffled that I'm watching like insanely mainstream Hollywood actors, incredibly good high budget production, and a film that is so unabashedly class conscious. That was absolutely incredible. And I guess that's probably why it's not available on like streaming services and shit. They felt like it would kind of lower the quality, the reputability of a piece of art which they created, not just a piece of media. But that ends up hurting a lot because, for example, you could like I couldn't for example, now I want to give them like some money, but I can't. Like they don't want to sell it to me because I'm not in the market in which, I don't know, Amazon and DirecTV in Britain operates and whatever. But yeah, Triangle of Sadness. Very long, a bit slow, absolutely incredible piece of art. I know nobody asked me about this. Just really feel like I want to recommend it to our audience and especially to the two of you because it is fucking hilarious. It is very funny, but also very inspiring.
I'm here
It's
for
very
Yugo
funny.
movie reviews.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Seriously, watch it. Hakeem, like you will fucking JT,
Yeah, yeah,
you will, your
no.
wife as well. You will really like it. You will really
no,
like
for
it.
sure.
Like
We'll
you will
definitely do
really
this.
like it.
All right. Do you guys want to start we can start wrapping up then? We'll read the last couple of questions and then we can
Whatever
round
you guys
off.
want to do.
'Cause
Okay.
I'm
You're
gonna
very
pass out
tired?
any se-
Yeah.
Exactly right. I'm gonna pass out any second here. But I need
Let
to
me
answer
help you
doo-doo
out then.
farts.
Oh, go. I was looking at the same thing.
Yeah, he said the dollars thing. He said, question. He basically is asking about what's a recent protest singular, not protest in China. And he said, is China gonna collapse 1 second, just like every NPC Wojak on YouTube has been saying? No, you had like 50 guys who went, or 50 people taking selfies in front of the American consulate in Shanghai, and they're trying to get they're saying stupid shit like, oh, down with the government, blah blah blah. And it was like 500 people around them that were basically hurling insults at them, telling them, what the fuck are you doing? And yeah, it was a local chapter, I think, of the of the Communist Party even put out a statement, and they're like, yeah, we know about them, and we didn't do anything because we knew it was gonna get cameras, and it's gonna be all over the fucking Western media, as they're being suppressed. Blah. It was like, we know they're idiots, and it's just bullshit. But there are that's not this. Sorry, go on.
And the building burning down with 10 people inside of it,
Yeah.
so that were condemned because of COVID. People went out to protest because a bad thing happened. It shouldn't have happened. It's fucked up. But that's a protest against a particular event that is fucked up, that happened. It's not going to collapse the whole fucking country. I live in a fucking under 10 million people country. There's a protest regarding a horrible death caused either indirectly or directly by the state or by some private individual or private company every second week. But not every fucking newspaper starts writing that we're going to collapse because people are pissed about a particular event. There's always going to be fucked up shit happening, and people should go out and say, bro, I don't want this to happen anymore. That is absolutely fine. That doesn't mean that they're fucking about to hang Xi Jinping in the fucking town square. What the fuck are we talking about here?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly right. Hold on. Oh god, the fucking chat zooms by. Andrew Murray said, "You got me, GT. What's your go-to? I'm drunk and hungry foods."
Ooh. I love pizza rolls, like Totino's pizza rolls. Man, they give you heartburn like nothing else, but they are so good.
Probably slap.
Just pljeskavica, bro, like proper fucking Middle East / Balkan burger, bro, like a massive fucking meat, some massive fucking spicy shit, some
The
fucking
pickles.
Pickles,
some fucking cheesy paprika
dude, you're
pallets,
making
you
me
would
so
call
hungry.
it, like
Oh, fuck.
pavlaka, like the fucking
You're
on
making me
top.
so
It's
hungry.
like diabetes level goes through the fucking roof. That
gonna
and
munch.
obviously Duner, blad. Like gyros, okay, but Duner, whatever way you want to pronounce it. Lord Christ, when it's very good. I even would drunk sent a video to the guys on Discord on our own little thing. Drunk, there's these where I live. There's these two Syrian guys that can't say a single word in the local language. They can only say how much you need to pay and how much your change will be. And XL, he says XL, large, small, medium. Okay, XL. He makes it. Two brothers, I think they're basically like 1 year apart. Fucking angels that came down from heaven and graced our mayo ass fucking country with some good ass fucking food. Yes. So burger, proper but burger. I can't explain. Pljeskavica.
No.
Actually, if you told a guy from
Collapse.
Croatia or Serbia or Bosnia that it's a burger, you would get castrated. But I'm doing it nonetheless. That
So
and
they get
Duner.
an idea at least of what it is. Yeah, but no, for sure, it absolutely slaps. E621 said, I've named a liberal on the walls. Her name is Emily. Say hi to Emily. You know what? You can name them whatever you like.
Hello.
Inconspicuous Minnesotan says, after hearing you guys rag on anime a bit in the last podcast, even as a filthy weeb, you're all right. The morality in most animes are horrific. Yeah, no, it's all like, oh yeah, slavery is bad, but I'm gonna get all these slaves because I'm a good slaver. It's basically every isekai. So yeah, $7. Thank you very much. Zachary said, Hakeem, bro, do you just say that you've never read a good book in English? No, a good book on Yugoslavia in English.
He's actually never read a book at all.
Yeah, exactly right. Sent £5. He said, honk if Thatcher died. XX. Bonk, honk, honk, honk.
Parks a whole fucking truck in the apartment and starts honking.
Yeah. Oh man. Nikola Radovanovic said, I don't care how hardcore games you are, but a few years ago there was a game called Frostpunk, released by 11-Bit Studio. How much do I need to donate for you to play it? Test morality to utmost limits. You know what? Maybe next stream we can do that.
Yeah, I saw it was on sale. I might pick it up.
Yep.
I'm terrible at the strategy games because I get bored and I don't like to micromanage. But yeah,
And that one is really difficult actually, and you need to really micromanage.
Bleh.
I only watched like live streams, and I could not
Mm.
keep up. I could not keep up.
I
You
was
see
gonna say,
how I said I cannot keep up? I didn't self-diagnose with something. I just said I
well,
can't keep up.
Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful. Ugolgo said, "Have you guys seen any of the restored
to.
Soviet films Mosfilm has been putting out for free on their YouTube channel over the last year or so? I had no idea how good Soviet film was. This is such a sad thing that people don't know about. Mosfilm, MOS Film, which was the official, I think, one of the official Soviet film studios, puts up hundreds of Soviet movies, excellent Soviet movies, 1080p with professional English subtitles for free, and they're great. Please, everybody go. Soviet cinema is one of the greatest examples of human art, genuinely. Come and see, for example, The Cranes Are Flying, Mimino, which is another great fucking movie. What's it called? Moscow Doesn't Know Tears. I don't remember that one. The exact title. Kidnapping Caucasian Style. There's so many excellent Soviet movies. Solaris, for example.
Yeah.
Go watch movies,
Yeah.
and they're all for
Stalker.
free. You can. Yeah, exactly. Stalker too. There's so many, and they're all for free on YouTube and with English subtitles. So go do that. Chairman Bruss said $5. Thank you very much. He says, "I'm assuming y'all don't know who this is, but have y'all listened to Space Ghost Perp?" I'm sorry, I do not know who this is.
Great name.
I-
No, I don't know who that is.
I have, I think. Wait,
Oh,
let
okay.
me just make sure. I'm horrible with names.
You're very
If I
well rounded
didn't
in
interact-
the music scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My partner is really very serious about rap, especially. So from her, I learned so much about hip hop, and I get all the new shit and the old school shit. And I'm a big techno rave dude, so I get that from there. I used to be a big metalhead, and I still keep up with it, and all of my friends are, so I keep up there. So yeah, I not
Nice.
because I am of my own volition, but I'm surrounded with by people with very good taste, I guess. So it's kind of
Nice.
difficult to listen to just my trumpet playing insane local music, turbo folk, which I also love actually.
And I do too. All right,
Yeah.
Chewy sent 10 crowns. Thank you very much. Let's see. Max Stalin said $10. Thank you very much. He says, "I bring up the numbers because the way we organize is not targeted to the vast majority of Americans who need mechanics credit unions. Churches provide these services, but Communist parties don't." Yeah. No. There's criticism to make of how the way that community outreach is done or isn't done amongst leftist organizations the world over, but including the U.S. American organizers, as a non-American, I personally think, my opinion doesn't matter because I'm non-American, but the Black Panther example is the best example. And they need to take that approach and build upon it as much as they possibly can, so that they can have a legitimate dual power structure being slowly built within the United States. But at the end, also, the main focus and direction of the American left should be anti-war, resisting the imperialist force of their own countries, trying to limit American military expansion and intervention, both military and economic, etc., etc. That's a way bigger conversation. We had dedicated
Yeah.
episodes on this before, etc., etc.
But they are
So,
very lucky that they have the Black Panthers as a great example to potentially
Yeah.
follow. A lot of
Mhm,
cultures and a lot of
mhm.
countries don't. So you should, as Hakeem beautifully put.
One-eyed monkey sent 30, I think, Australian dollars. Thank you very much. He says, "Love you
Oh
guys.
wow,
We love
thank you
you
so
too."
much.
Hold on,
Love you
hold on.
too. I love monkeys.
Yes. There it
Actually,
is.
one-eyed
Mason
ones.
sent Mason sent $20. Thank you very much. He said,
Should I say it?
he said, book recommendation: Stalin's Constitution by Samantha Loeb. Great resource on citizen participation in Soviet and complexity discussion had in the drafting of the 1936 Constitution. Thank you for the what's it called recommendation. I'm gonna put it on my list. All right. There's one more. Chewy sent 20 crowns, says, "Hakeem, what are your thoughts on the Iran protests?" This is too long of a fucking conversation. I'm not even going to get into it. I've noticed people are asking, and I don't like to, because it's such a multifaceted thing. So maybe we'll do a dedicated thing about it later, but not right now. I'm sorry. Jazz sent $10. Thank you very much. He says, "Peace and blessings, everyone. Parenti's book on Yugoslavia, To Kill a Nation, is pretty good so far. It deals with NATO-U.S. intervention towards Yugoslavia. It is good, but you need to remember that one of the few shortcomings of what's it called of Parenti is his view over the Bosnian genocide. It's kind of like he recognizes that it was a thing that happened, but just the approach towards the Serbian government at the time is a bit, it's yeah.
Yes, he sees it as having completely inherited the
Yeah.
socialist experiment of Yugoslavia. The way many currently, with the current conflict, see Russia as the inheritor of the potential rebirth of the Soviet Union. He saw Serbia as the inheritor of the potential rebirth of Yugoslavia. And this is, I cannot blame him, because this is like a common problem among Western comrades up until today, where they oversimplify a much more complex situation overseas. Not only a much more complex situation overseas, but they too are too eager, and I understand where that comes from, but they are too eager at calling someone socialist only because they themselves define themselves as socialist. And Milosevic managed to, because he understood that a lot of his voter body and his support base really did go to war with the idea that they're still fighting for Yugoslavia and not for the newly now established Serbian state. But he also had the mass insane nationalists that were going and fighting for the absolute opposite reason. That's why he always participated in keeping both of those. Let's call them PR campaigns active, both towards nationalists and towards the communists, and those were not only internal but external, and sometimes comrades from abroad, because they're not boots on the ground, hear this sort of rhetoric and they're like, man, this guy understands Marxism. This guy is actually trying to defend the integrity of the Serbian right to self-determination, and then afterwards will return on the shining path of socialism. Probably we do the same with many different relatively sketchy quote-unquote socialists living today, and history will not be kind to us eventually. That's why we're always very careful with the words we pick here. But that's why I didn't mention the book originally, because of that particular hot take that he
Yeah.
introduced.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Basically.
it was,
Otherwise,
it was too
everything
hot.
else
It was
Parenti
not hot
does.
chip.
Yeah. Exactly. Everything else Parenti puts out otherwise is excellent. All right. Chewy said another 20 crowns. Thank you very much. He says, Hakeem, please have my babies. Gladly. And now the final thing that I was... Terrible human being said, Shining Path. What the fuck, Serbian Gonzalez?
I was
The
thinking that.
final thing was James Idulot, who said, "If you
Basically,
guys-"
Milosevic. Yeah.
Yeah. He said, if you guys ever come to Oregon, I'll treat you all to some Oregon fine dining. Which,
Ooh.
my friend, we are gonna very surely we will take you up on this what's it called, on this offer.
U.S. road trip.
But yes, exactly right. All right, this is, I think, a nice point to end for today.
Alright.
Thank you for everybody who decided to show up. Arab Marx and Jor, I know you keep asking about Spanish Civil War books. Just DM me, please. DM me. All right, my brain's fried. I'll send you some stuff. But thank you everybody for joining us. We love you all. We're getting, of course, we do these monthly. Big thanks to all our great patrons. We wouldn't be doing this stuff. We couldn't do this stuff without them. Arab Marks and Joy on Discord. DM me on Discord. Right. We love you all. Take care, and
Have
yeah.
a wonderful rest of your weekend, and I will play us out with our music. We love you all. Goodbye. Mwah.
Hey.
Thank you
Love
for
you.
spending your
Bye.
Sunday with us. Bye bye.
Hey. Bye.
Don't KYS yourself.